Good evening all.
How's it going? It's Wacky Saturday. I'm here with P-Rap for a crazy Thimbleweed Park stream. Is that what it is, right?
Good evening, Viewingtons. Yeah, Ian's let me out of this sex dungeon for the evening, so I thought I'd come round and see Richard. And yeah, we're playing Thimbleweed Park. It's not new, but it's newly free, and therefore we've snapped it up and we're going to give it a go. So if anyone doesn't know what it is, it's old school point and click adventure, etc, etc, etc. So we're going to live the nostalgia today. Also, it's kind of a detective theme to it, and as this is mine and Richard's first stream together, I see us as maybe a detective duo in the making, so I think we can set it up and yeah, go and solve some crimes. Let's bust some crimes when I missed it.
Well, that's why when you mentioned it, I thought it would be a good idea because it does seem like that sort of game. I haven't seen much about it other than like the trailer, and it's obviously Skulder. No, the Skulder and
Skulder and Bunny, yeah.
Mulder and Scully. So I thought that'd be quite cool for us to do. We can work out the puzzles together.
Lovely. We are holding hands and touching knees at the same time whilst we're doing it.
Okay, so yeah, this is a PC stream for me. I don't do these often, so we're not really sure how things are set up. So people are saying we're a bit quiet at the moment. Is it a bit better at all? I've tried moving the mic a bit closer.
Hello, Viewingtons.
We've obviously got a bit of a delay going on here. Oh, someone had the video muted there, so music is pretty chill.
Yeah, I like it. Also, disclaimers wise, I think this is your first duo stream because we basically cobbled together some kit. One of the things that I've got is I've got a headset that's got literally about 6 inches of cable on it. So if I get excited, which I will, and start getting animated and jumping around, which I will, then I'm going to rip that out and probably set the whole place on fire. So if that happens, then that happens.
It'd be awesome if that doesn't happen, but
I told you beforehand, I'm not promising anything. Okay? You're foolish enough to have me round on your stream, it's on you.
Cool, okay, well I've backed off the game sound, so hopefully that balances things out. Yeah, let us know how it is, and I'll see what I can do. Starting to hear you better, not sure I've heard Mungie yet at all. Okay, again, I'm using a mic that I've never used before. It's kind of like a fake I'm a pro streamer dude, so
Yeah, I should take some Twitter pictures of you looking like a douchebag.
yeah, so hopefully that's better. Let us know. That's better-ish. It's Reckless Rex says. Reduce the game sound a bit more. Okay, I can't
barely
even
hear it. No?
Yeah, it's going to be very quiet for us on these headphones. But,
Yeah, we are sharing a mic, so we can't get any closer to it without physically kissing each other.
that's pretty much it.
I know that's what you guys tuned in for, but not yet.
In an attempt to balance it out, you're going to have to just go into an infinite void in a second. So, there's probably settings in here I'm not really doing.
That's kind of a soundy one.
Desktop audio, let's go down on that. Input.
You love going down on that.
So, is that any better? Hopefully it is.
I'll tell you what,
so
let's
trippy,
just play games and people can just turn it up a bit.
Right, what have we got here? Okay. Balance wasn't a problem. It sounds like you're being picked up by a distant mic, not your own. Also sounds like you're talking from a distant toilet. Okay, that might happen because we're in a small room and it's echoey, so the kind of toilet thing here might be an issue, but yeah, we'll have to deal with that one, I'm afraid. Okay, better, maybe a bit more. Let's try again. Ready to go into the void? So, up on input capture. So
Yeah,
that's full whack,
stuff.
basically.
What is this crazy thing anyway?
This is the recording software, OBS, if you ever hear Ian talk about it. So, desktop audio is the game audio. But I think that's going to start getting really quiet. Well, it is for us, but yeah. Cool.
Right, let's do stuff.
Do stuff. So this is the game Wacky. I was saying earlier to you that there was a couple of weird options I had to look at, and what were they? I think yes. So toilet paper over and annoying in-jokes. I think annoying in-jokes is fairly obvious. You're probably going to get these because like they'll be related to Ron. Is it Ron Gilbert? Ron Jeremy? Ron Gilbert.
He's the love child of Ron Gilbert and Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, that's it.
Who cannonballed his way through it.
So his old games, there's going to be reference to them and things like that. You've played all those, haven't you?
Yeah. Have you not?
No, not really.
Stop streaming games immediately.
Go
get some education, boy.
Well, Monkey Island I have done. So any Threepwood, whatever his name is, jokes I may get. Toilet paper over was apparently there's a scene where there's a toilet and the toilet roll was like the wrong side, like the flap of toilet paper was the wrong side, and I guess it become like a meme, and he said he didn't care, he wasn't going to change it, but then he actually put this thing in, so yeah, that's the wacky joke there. I'm definitely an over, toilet paper over kind of guy.
Press F if you're an over.
So, what was the other thing? So, this kind of stuff. Now, you'll probably have like retro fangasms.
No, I think we're good. I think we're good to go. I checked it out, the extensive options menu.
Fair play.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. Well,
let's play some games.
PJ's going to be driving this for a bit. He's more used to this kind of gubbins than I am, so guess you go new game.
Here we go. Let's go solve some crime. Oh, here we go. Casual mode if you're new to it, blah blah blah. Hard mode if you're an expert. Right, we got dilemma already, because what this is actually saying is how much of a dick do you want the game to be on the puzzles?
Right.
Because remember, old school adventure games, it was like, get this, put it up your nose,
click
rub
on
that
everything
on your back,
and try it
and
the hardest, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, wow.
But otherwise, if we go for casual mode, then you're a gaming wuss and you're not doing it properly. Portions of the internet are going to burst into flames immediately.
People are used to me or us being terrible at shit, so I'm quite happy with going for casual. If your nerd level will be too harmed by...
I'll tell you what, I'm going to let fate decide.
Okay, chat. Do we go casual or hard?
No.
Oh,
it's fate decide. I'm picking out a nice shiny 10p piece. Right, call it.
Okay. Well, casual is heads then.
That's what she said. Oh, it's no.
Fuck's sake.
We're going hard mode. We're doing it.
Shit,
we're going to get like 2% through in the next 4 hours. Right.
Was this
There you go, and we've started. So yeah, again, if any of you guys remember old school games, this is basically it. So it's using a copy of the Scum engine, if you can remember that, which is basically you press little buttons to say what you want to do.
Right. Okay. So if people have played Day of the Tentacle, things like that, is this all going to be? Is that the sort of thing? Is it all in the same?
Yeah.
Stable, basically.
There we go. I'll tell you what. Let's make it ultra hard by not reading any of this. I cannot be bothered.
That's my rat.
We'll be fine. Right, 1987.
Oops.
Gotta do it voiceover, man, mate. Oh, scary egg whisk.
Cook your eggs while beating it, I like. Pouring drinks right next to a microphone. We are top professionals here. I'm pretty keen about this. I didn't know what to make of it before. Like I said, it's not my sort of game normally, but
I'm sure we played Monkey Island back in the day.
I played it on my phone.
I played it. I play quite a lot of these sort of games with Owen these days. Although he's getting a bit too first-person shooter, like
I'm
sort of
gonna be as a
rage
kid, isn't he?
teenager kid.
Yeah.
But no, it's a nice father-son type activity. Problem is, I'm already not paying enough attention.
Well, that dude's drinking a bottle of Sainsbury's Kentucky Burger, so I'm well into this.
Wow. That is product placement, that is.
I fly halfway around the world and an odd note is waiting for me in my hotel room. It says to come to the bridge down by the river.
Is that German?
I don't know, but
This
do you...
looks like the place. I could really go for some Wiener Schnitzel after the long walk out
right.
here.
So do you think that could be Robbie Sainsbury's? That can actually
my
be...
God. If this
is
turns out to be like a murder mystery around Robbie Sainsbury's.
It is. I'm calling it already. I'm calling it. They made the whole game. Oh. Right, anyway, this is how the scum interface works. You basically click what you want to do, you click what it does, and then 9 times out of 10 it says you can't do that, idiot. Right, what do we want to do then? Do we want to... We can open the tramp? We can pick the tramp up?
Do not open the
I'm
tramp.
going to try and open Willie!
See, this is going to be wacky in jokes everywhere, isn't it?
I'm supposed to meet someone down there. Have you seen anyone?
Are you a victim of the inferior American socialist support system? I have to go. I'm sorry, I could not offer you a drink.
Oh, I don't want to say any of those things. I guess we'll go for option 1.
Cool.
I am supposed to meet someone down here. Have you seen anyone?
Do you have any whiskey?
Oh, he's a man after my own heart.
Yeah.
Are you sure you've not seen anyone? Sober up, sir. Or I have to go. I'm sorry. I don't want to click that one. Right.
Are you sure you have not seen anyone?
I'm glad Chuck is dead. Ruined my life.
Who's Chuck? Maybe that's like his manager in the Sainsbury's marketing department.
That's it.
He's
yeah,
been
that's
giving
his
him
boss.
grief. He's like, no, Robbie, stop having fun. Stop tweeting
watching
YouTube hipsters.
Yeah, stop drinking, watching drunk streamers.
Alright, I reckon we'll leave him to it. He's a good guy.
I have to
He's
go.
been tweeting all
Sleep
night.
well.
Yeah.
Right.
He's sponsored by Sainsbury's Kentucky Burger.
Oh, what
He's
else have we
enjoying it.
got? Right, let's get away from him. He's a bit of a Snorington. There we go. Right, now we can have a look at what we've got, because we've got some stuff. Oh, stop snoring. See if I can... No, I'll leave him be. It'll just give the same options again, won't it? Right, let's have a look at this. Look at...
Trestle Trail to Thimbleweed Park. 1.7 miles.
Oh, got a bit of a trek ahead of us then.
So there's something in the water. Oh, it's rock. It looked like it was possibly a submerged person.
Penis? You disgust me.
Submerged penis. Yeah.
You're just slightly crowning. Like a submarine surfacing out of the water.
That's why I have Bart a lot, so I can do the old submerged submarine.
Right, let's... Oh, we can't talk to it. Let's... Can you use it?
That doesn't seem to work.
Can we pull it? Hey, baby.
Oh.
Nice! We've got ourselves a rock.
So
Rock and
pulling
roll,
stuff
baby.
picks it up.
I had better follow the instructions on the note before wandering into the underbrush.
Oh, we're supposed to read the note then. Let's look at the note.
Boris, I'm glad you decided this is the right solution to our problem. There are eyes everywhere, so follow these steps precisely. For your own protection, leave your ID in your hotel room, go to the river down by the Trestle Trail Bridge, turn off the light above the Trestle Trail so I know you've arrived, meet at the large entrance to the underground sewers, make sure you're not followed. Okay, so...
This, I gotta say, this does sound a bit dodgy, doesn't it? I don't know if I trust this guy, to be honest.
What, the guy we're controlling?
No,
Or
the
his
guy that we're
bosses.
meeting.
Right.
He's like, right, if you could put the handcuffs on yourself, that'll save loads of time.
Yeah, don't worry about it, it's fine. Everyone does
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Bring an axe. And for me to buy. Right, anyway, so we need to...
So you need to turn that light off.
Have we got our ID card?
Ah, okay, yeah.
We've got our wallet.
What's the teddy bear about then?
It's a bit late. No, let's keep all this stuff because I've got a sneaking suspicion we're just about to be murdered. Right.
Okay,
Let's
so
use the light.
I do not see a way to turn it off.
Oh,
Okay,
smash it up.
here we go. You go use rock on the light. Now you do what I tell you.
I've completed step 3 of the note. Now for step 4.
Oh god. You remember what step 4 was, Rich?
So there was... No.
Come on, pressure. A man's life depends on it, Rich.
I think we then had to mission to... Well, we can just look at the...
Yeah, I know.
Right,
I was
so-
just trying to put you under a bit of pressure.
Go to the river down by the Trestle Trail Bridge. So that's where we are, aren't we? Turn the light off.
Right, here we go. Meet me at the large entrance to the underground sewers. Make sure you're not followed.
So I'm
And
guessing
I
we
promise I won't murder you in any way.
Just need to mission off into the underbrush.
We go that way now. Oh yeah, we can go and do stuff.
Diving deep into the bush right now.
Right,
Trying to open a
Yeah.
tramp while diving in the bush.
here we go.
Ah.
Walk to the old tree.
Oh, what?
What the hell?
We got smacked by a
By
ghost.
space ghost.
Fucking ghost.
What is a fucking ghost? Oh, don't tell Ian about
Yeah,
this.
I know, yeah. Bloody typical, isn't it?
Yeah, be banging on about ghosts. Fucking every day.
Right, I missed that.
Yeah, stuff's happened. Right.
Part
Anyway,
2. Well, that's quick.
that guy died. He was shit. And thank you for watching the stream.
Yeah. Ah, okay, Skulder and Molly.
Scolder and money, you know.
And a dead Mr. Spock. Is it Mr. Spock or Dr. Spock?
I think it's just Mr. Spot.
Right, twat Spock.
So tell me again why you're here.
I was assigned to the case by the Home Office in Albuquerque.
So is he Jill?
There is no home office in Albuquerque.
Dun, dun, dun. Right, I don't
It's
trust
neat
him.
to know.
Look, I like working a case alone. I especially don't need some junior agent messing up my investigation.
Yeah, she's
Especially
told. He's
some
not getting
junior
anywhere.
agent that thinks
No.
I don't know there isn't a home office in Albuquerque. So stay out of my way. Take
my
a lot
God.
of notes. Sit back and learn. And I'll wrap up this case and we can both get the hell out of here.
Your reputation certainly precedes you, Agent Ray.
I'll take that as a compliment, Agent Reyes.
It's how it
Reyes.
was intended.
I'm sure it was. Let's photograph the victim and head into town to talk to the local sheriff. The body is starting to pixelate.
Body
It is
starting
Spock. He's got his little blue
pixelate.
top
Yeah,
on,
I
hasn't
think
he?
that's
This
what
is
made
going
me
to
think
be a
of it.
long
Yeah,
night.
so what you got to do, you got to take him to a planet, terraform it, and then William Shatner can turn up from nowhere and just shout "Car!" at the top of his
Oh,
voice.
I
Right.
like
Well,
So is that the guy that just got accosted by a space
no,
ghost?
it's Spock. We'll
Right,
go
okay,
with it.
we're
We'll
going
go
with
with
Spock,
it. It's
okay.
definitely Spock. So we got to solve the mystery of why Spock is dead and where did the little German guy go with the rock in his pocket.
We've invented our own side quest.
Yeah,
So
this is it.
She said to take notes and take pictures, I think.
Right. So obviously, let's just do whatever the stupidest thing is. So let's try and pull the cord.
Better not. I don't want to turn the body over. That's the coroner's
shut
job.
up. She's a bit shouty, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
Right.
Do you think
I'm
we're
going to try and
winning?
open the cord.
What? Perform an autopsy in the middle of a
Do
stream?
you think we'll
Damn
be
straight.
winning her over through the course of this game? Oh, actually, I think we're controlling her by the looks of it, because we've got like an icon in the top right flashing.
Oh, right. In that case,
So-
let's start attacking the other guy.
Well,
Yeah, come on, push him round. There you go, nerd.
Do we not want to... I thought we needed to be him, but... yeah, well, let's just take pictures of it.
No. Oh, there's a bottle. Let's look at the bottle.
It's an
Ah,
empty whiskey bottle.
no, it's not. It's Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah. So
It's
the
Robbie
tramp,
Sano's bourbon.
the tramp is suspect number 1 at the moment. We should have opened this
Yeah,
tramp while we had the
that's it.
chance earlier.
Any tramp, feed him enough bourbon, he'll turn into Space Ghost. I'm going to pick it up. Give me that bottle. That is Sado's bourbon.
It is. Well, yeah.
They've totally bagged it, yeah. Well, you need to tweet it out or something.
I'll tweet the...
There you go.
I don't know if I've ever actually shown what it looks like. Will it?
Here we go. I'll hold it like that.
There we go. Done.
There we go. Cool. Right. I think you should have a celebration shot. Every time Sado's bourbon pops up, you should have a shot.
Oh my god. Let's not add this game to this.
Yeah. Right, anyway, what are we... should we just do
It's
the
an
thing?
instant camera,
So,
but there's no film in it.
oh, we need
What?
some film.
Turned up with no film.
She's shit. She was giving all the sass out.
Yeah, she was giving it the big un.
Right, pull the sass. This is
The
why...
sign doesn't move.
This
It's
is why it's
firmly
bad.
in place.
This is why it's bad being in, like, hard mode of the game. It's
Oh.
going to be like, melt down the bourbon bottle by rubbing it against your cell phone. And then that'll somehow turn it into film. Ah, right. Ah! There's that dude! Quick, hit
It's
him with
in
the
a
bottle!
juice,
Hit
which
him with
sounds
the
like
bottle!
someone in the sewer is playing the violin.
Use whiskey
No,
bottle on the
thanks.
old tree. Okay. Pull the old tree.
I can't budge it.
Close the old
Close
tree?
the tree. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, well, she's got my number, I was
The
telling
trail ends here at this huge rock wall.
Are we regretting
That
our
old tree,
decisions?
that
Go
old
on.
tree is
Yeah.
blocking the great.
This is
that
it,
old
guys.
tree is
We're
blocking
gonna
the
be
great
clicking for the
entrance.
next 2 hours. That's all. Alright, let's see what she's got on her anyway. See if we can figure that out. Right.
Right, I'm going to do one shot for the fact that there's
Detective
Sainsbury's
Angela
Kentucky
Ray,
bourbon in
senior agent.
Nice.
It's my
I'm still
badge.
amazed that that's the case.
I know. It's Robbie Sainsbury's.
And it's 7:32 exactly.
Nice. There we go. Oh,
Oh, it's the in breath after doing the shot where the vapors are in my mouth. Like, just
no, it's more. You know, let me be honest. I live for the retching sounds. That's the real reason why I do all the streams. Is to make
just
Richard
to hear
retch.
the retch.
Make Richard retch.
It's weird.
But to
I've
get
got-
the visuals as well, man. That was
It's
I
like
thought your
4D.
face was going to turn inside out for a minute.
It's like going to a 4D cinema, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so real. Right. Right. Yeah, that's right. So I was going to look at what we've got.
Detective Angela Ray, senior agent.
Yeah.
It's my
she's
badge.
Definitely in charge. Go on, you can read that, Rich.
Oh my god. Okay. Got into town late this afternoon. What a dump. I'll try to avoid contact with locals until I see the body and figure out if it will suit my needs. What? So is this what the... I was reaching for me laptop. Was this what the...
This is her notepad.
okay, Mulder or Scully.
Yeah,
Scully
yeah.
or Mully.
Possible necrophilia subplot emerging. We shall see.
Nice. Long highway. I hope I don't have to walk that again.
She doesn't own a car. Remember that, Rich.
Okay.
Really important. She
Alright.
doesn't like buses.
Nor do I fucking think. Arrived at the body, it should do just fine as my cover. What? Oh, okay. So I hear rustling in the bushes. Someone's coming. Oh, great! Some other agent showed up. I wasn't aware the bureau had been alerted. I need to ditch him. Oh, okay. So she is
that's
actually.
important.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
she is. I see. I have my suspicions.
You did. Yeah.
I did, based on no reason at all. I was correct.
Excellent.
That's
guess,
how
mate.
my entire life sometimes works. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Right, put that on the crime board.
Okay.
We'll remember that.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. For the benefits of the Viewingtons, we've got a full-on, like, massive whiteboard next to us. So what we're going to do is put up pictures, and we're going to do it like a proper crime scene with a map, and like a mind map,
Like
and a
bits of
pictures.
string on
That's it.
pins going to different photos
Why
and
do
stuff.
they always have bits of string?
I
It's
don't
not
know.
doing anything. Yeah, we're gonna do some arts and crafts at the same time. It'll look lovely. And do like a big picture of Richard just staring out into the
Oh
horizon.
man, how trippy would it be if it made a giant 32 on screen?
Right, I want to look at all the rest of her stuff. Makes me feel.
It's
that we
a
should have
cell
done
phone.
that. Oh, fuck off.
It's an instant camera, but there's no film in it.
Oh yeah, that's what we were doing. Right, I've remembered what we
That
did.
old tree is blocking the great entrance.
Yeah, and you can't bottle it. Right, let's try and murder this other dude then. I'm now that I found out she's evil, I'm completely on her side, and I want to help her out as much as possible.
This is going to be the wacky mystery because all the thumbnails and all the kind of bits of B-roll I saw on the internet is all about them too, and they're obviously
Hold on,
Mulder and Scully.
Like, can I just say that we just walked? I'll do it again. Like, we just walked on. Does it? He looks like we've caught him doing something. All I'm saying, look at the way he's holding his trousers.
Yeah.
What has he been doing while we've been out of shot? Look at his eyes.
Just the last second got that
Yeah,
top button
yeah,
popped back
exactly.
in and then straight onto
Exactly.
his hips.
Exactly, his shirt buttons are probably all done up wrong. Ah, there is some sick undercurrents to this game. Right, anyway, let's try and murder him. Straight up. Use empty whiskey bottle. Oh, come on. Won't let me do it. Try and push him. I just can't do anything to him. Can I do...
Well, while you're trying to
Use whiskey
do
bottle
something to
on
this
corpse?
young
No
fella,
thanks.
Yeah.
just having a look on the comments, seeing who we've got. We've got Andrew Steen and more.
Brad,
Aubrey,
big up yourself.
Cluedo, Dragon Bopper,
Stream
Hockey
into
Rock,
agreement.
Nightcat, Reckless
Game
Rex,
with
Sky,
necrophilia undertones.
Space Hopper, Copter and Vandal. How you all
Lovely.
doing? How you
Hello.
doing? Okay.
Hello. Well, welcome to our game about having sex with the body of Spock.
Well, yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's
Right.
all a bit
Right.
crazy at the moment. I was expecting
Right.
straight up who done it, but it turns out it's going to be a bit more deep than that. Oh, so he's the tramp there? No, he's gone.
Oh, where's he gone? He's gone to Sainsbury's. He's in the drinks aisle now, getting quality stocked up on bourbon.
I think we better take a photo of that body before it pixelates any further.
So I think that's what they mean by a sort of in joke before the body pixelates. So you could probably go through that gate because when we were, Boris was his name, he came from there, didn't he?
Better not. I don't want to turn the body over. That's the coroner's job.
I'm just randomly
So if
clicking
you
stuff.
clicked on the phone, because there's a thing flashing on it.
The cell phone has no reception.
Ah, okay. So the
We
camera's got
open
no
the
film.
cell?
Can't open that.
This is it. I'm literally top decking now. If you or any of the Viewingtons have got an idea about what I should...
Well,
we're 10 minutes into the game.
some people have been saying they've played through this, so we might be able to get hints and things like that.
I
But
think we're going to need help.
go,
This is a
if
team.
you go back to the gate,
Okay.
then Boris came from that way, didn't he? So perhaps we can go up there.
No, it's basically saying solve the first puzzle. Look, listen.
I think we better take a photo of that body before it
Okay.
pixelates any further.
Yeah, so it's basically saying stop being complete idiots.
The camera needs film. Is that what?
Yeah, the
it's
camera
saying?
needs film.
So
I can't harm him in any way, even though I really want to now. I've
So-
actually gone 180 degrees. I was on his side.
We can't swap to him. Oh, click. Have you clicked on the?
Oh, hold on.
I
This is
gonna
need to
say.
stay focused and solve this murder so I can do what I need to do.
Ah,
Go.
there we
We
go.
kind of-
Give Polaroid film to
Like I
Ray.
don't have enough to carry
we
already.
solved a puzzle that wasn't really a puzzle there. That's superb.
Yeah, you know that tutorial that we probably
It's a
should have
sample package of Polaroid film.
used.
It only
Polaroid
contains
film.
one
That
photo.
tutorial you should have gone through.
I should have gone through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, if
stop
you-
ranting about
How
it.
did you bring up the heads in the top right?
By
because-
clicking on the head in the top
Okay,
right.
if you click on the
What's
cog below it,
Oh, I'm doing stuff. Right, he can go.
so
He's
can we,
head deep in bush
if
again.
we need to, can we toggle back the difficulty
No, we
Doesn't
can't.
like
We
it.
can't. We're in.
You've consigned us, people.
We are. This is content. This is how content works. Could have been a half an hour stream. This is like 20 episodes, man.
I was going to say, you know this or how this will turn out. It will just be us two shouting at each other.
Look, we've got to find out who killed Spock.
Okay.
We've got to do it. I think it was Khan! But we've got...
Well, it could be Boris, a ghost, or Robbie Sainsbury's so far.
Yeah, right. Let's see what's in his notebook anyway. Maybe he's got stuff like, I really need to kill that woman. I've got my own plots going on as well. I want to have sex with Spock again.
I wish I could do my flies up faster.
He's getting mushy. Yeah, he's still holding his trousers up. I reckon. Oh, look at that.
Oh my God. He's doing a little cum quiver. He's
Yeah,
definitely...
exactly. He's young and full of cum. Right, anyway, I want to have a look at his notepad to see what secrets he's got.
Okay. The body is starting to pixelate. On normal streams, that normal people do, they do voices for this sort of stuff. So, do you want to do a lady voice and I'll do the man voice?
No, I want you to do all the voices, Rich.
Oh, fuck, okay.
God.
I'm going to have to remember them, aren't I? So, what's his voice going to be? Well, he's got a voice, so it doesn't really work, does it? I'm just going to use my own. The body is starting to pixelate. Ray, I can't do that. Ray is going to get on my nerves.
Ray.
What? So actually, we've got Ray in this game.
Ray's in the game. That makes sense.
This game is actually
she was
Inception, isn't
definitely
it?
sassy. So it was Ray that. Right, I'm definitely on Ray's side.
Definitely.
Yeah, this
high
guy's getting
maintenance.
murdered as soon as I figure out how to do it.
Ray is going to get on my nerves. Hopefully, she stays focused on the case and lets me do what I need to
Boo,
do. So what he's
I
saying
hate
is,
this
I
guy
hope
even
she's
more
not hanging around me so I can spank me monkey all the time.
Oh, there's another page there.
Arrived in Thimbleweed Park from Albuquerque by bus. Boo.
Okay, he likes buses, she doesn't.
Oh, nice.
Biscuits.
Yeah.
Quick, plot it on the crime board.
I'm already tried to destroy my PC.
Yeah.
Heading out to look at the body. This is a perfect cover. I'm like, so what? So he either was wanking or he's involved in some weird kind of murder thing as well.
Ah, he's crime wanking.
Still walking along the highway. It's a long way from town. Arrived at the body, and Agent Ray is here, which is odd. No one should have been assigned to the case. I may have heard of her from rumours around the office. Might pose some problems for me. Remember to call Mom tonight. So I don't know. That it sounds like he was meant to be going there, but she wasn't.
No, this is perfect cover.
Oh yeah.
This is perfect cover. So we still think he's doing it for sexual gratification.
Obviously is. He's got his weird shuddery shoulders and his
Yeah. Let's
hands
go.
on his
Hold on. Let's just have a look at him. No, he's still doing it. Get a belt.
head.
Look at his shifty eyes.
Shifty
oh,
eyes.
stop it.
Every
Are
time
you
he
gonna
does that, he's coming in his
Oh
pants.
man, he's going to need scissors to cut his underpants off if he keeps going like this. Right, anyway, just for the sake of progression, let's use camera on the corpse.
Smile.
Whee!
Yay, spot porn.
Right, have a look at the
Now we
picture.
can head into town and find the local sheriff.
So I guess we can get that.
It's a good photo of the body. I like how the state-of-the-art camera can alter the angle of the shot.
She's definitely dodgy.
Oh no, she's dodgy. It's whether she's into spot porn or not.
Yeah.
He still is. He's having aftershocks.
I know. He's
Even
a
though
little
he's
bit.
backed off now.
He's a little bit sweaty looking.
Yeah.
He's kind of jiggling about weirdly. I don't know what that's about.
Right, I think. Right, I'm going to go in here and just get him out of the weeds a bit so we can see him a bit better. I got to make him face us again. There we go. So I've got a theory. I don't think that's like a shirt and tie that he's wearing. I reckon that's like a white sort of waistcoat, and actually underneath he's got chainmail on as part of his BDSM
Weird little
getup.
gimp.
Yeah,
Going on.
I reckon he's wearing chainmail because he likes the chafing against his nipples, and I reckon. See, we never see him from behind. I reckon he's got arseless chaps on. I reckon that's why. I reckon his bum's hanging out there, and he's just been giving the corpse of Spock Dutch
Oh,
cards.
I was just investigating this dead body. Oh, really?
Giving the probe. Right, anyway. Oh, and he's just got an afro. That's weird.
Oh yeah, hasn't he?
Oh,
He actually-
further, what? Why has he got an afro?
From the side, he looks like Mahoney from Police Academy as well.
That's weird. Go. Right, look at me again. Alright, let's go back to Ray Ray. Come on, Ray Ray, sort this mess out. Right, anyway. So, we can go there now, can't we? Yeah! We solved the very first puzzle of the game.
We've done it.
That wasn't actually a puzzle. High five. Right, anyway, yeah, leave this loser here, Ray. Look, we don't need him. We can solve it.
I was going to say, oh, what's
Yeah.
that? Walk
Right,
to tuna
I'm
can.
gonna look at the tuna
Is
can.
an empty can of Crockford's tuna heads, the good parts.
Nice. I'll pick that up, because you can never have too much crap in your inventory in one of these games.
Something on the road there.
Oh yeah.
An Atari cartridge.
Nice. All right, we'll have that. Not even going to look at it. Just going to swipe it. There you go. Mine.
Do you reckon there's going to be a game console?
Ah!
Oh, I couldn't see what that said.
That had something to do with fish on it. He's coming back. He wants to fight.
Oh, there's circus flyer.
Right, let's look at that.
It's a circus flyer with a crazy-looking clown on it. Pretty good makeup, though.
Okay.
Alright, well, douchebag, necrophilia guy can pick that up.
Oh.
Whoa!
Very
Pigeon
strong
Brothers
tonight.
running.
It's just why are you dressed as a giant pigeon? That's probably
Why
the
are
first
you
question I
dressed
got.
like a giant pigeon?
We're the Pigeon Brothers Plumbing. I'm Beth. That's my sister Emily.
Hi there.
But remember, signals are very strong tonight.
Right, go on then. What
What
signals are you talking
signals?
about?
The signals. Signals are very strong tonight.
Yes, you already said that.
Get the
But
feeling they're
what
gonna say the
signals?
same thing.
I'm just screwing with you. Dark night, deserted road, me in a giant pigeon costume. It was too good to pass up. But the signals are strong tonight. Very strong.
Right, we need to do a live action reenactment of things. Right, you almost ran over a fair. Blah. That's
Do you
boring.
have a pigeon suit though?
I will make one just for this, or I'll spend my entire month's wages via eBay. I bet there is as well. I bet there is a
Blatantly.
giant pigeon costume.
Yeah.
Right, this is really odd. Should I save my game? I think I've had enough of you. I need to find the sheriff and solve the murder. I don't want to say any of those things. Why don't you come, Muggy? You're in charge. What we doing?
Well, let's freak him out. You almost run over a federal agent.
You
That's a
almost ran
felony.
over a federal agent.
Psychology.
That's
I
a
like it.
felony.
Sorry about that. Like I said, the signals are very strong tonight.
What's the signals? Have I missed something?
They're just talking rubbish.
Oh,
Based-
okay.
I mean, do you need any further explanation of what you see on the screen?
Yep.
No. Right, there we go. I think I've had enough of you.
Do you know anything about the body by the bridge?
Why is it whenever a dead body is found, suspicion always falls to the person dressed as a giant bird?
Hey, if the beak fits.
We don't know anything about a dead body, but the signals are strong tonight. Very strong.
Signals.
Right, I'm just bored of these now. Go
I
away.
think I've had enough of you. I need to find the sheriff and solve a murder.
Nice talking to you too. Click, click, click.
Right, now,
click, click,
let's
click.
try and
Squeak.
give them an empty tuna can.
She
There you
doesn't
go.
want it.
Give
Woo!
empty bottle of
Click, click.
Sainsbury's
She doesn't
bourbon.
want it.
Oh, you bitch.
Take a picture of them.
Beep.
Yeah, listen. Right.
Beep.
This is...
Click, 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 click. Beep.
Oh, we can't
Beep.
talk to the bigger picture.
No
pigeon.
time to talk.
Oh.
We need to
Oh.
figure out the signals.
I kind of wish we had done the why you called brothers if your sisters thing
Are
now.
You going to do this all night?
Boop. Heek. Whack. Click, 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 click. Click, click,
Right,
click.
let's go back.
So they're basically there to stop you
Click, click, click,
being able
click.
to walk any further that way.
Yeah, basically. Right, I'm gonna.
Or are they?
Is there a drop? I guess we'll have to get the other dude, Shifty Necrophilia guy, to pick up that thing. Right, let's get him up just because he's got more inventory.
Yeah.
So get him. What are you doing down here?
Just been stood here.
Yeah. Get a belt. If we keep him walking long enough, do you reckon his trousers will just start shuffling down? There we go. Right, you go and pick that up. Do you reckon his afro will get bigger as well?
Old Scolder and Mully.
There we go. Right, now, pick that up. Now, if we look at
It's
it...
a circus flyer with a crazy looking clown on it. Pretty good makeup though.
Dun, 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 dun. We just got mission up the other way now.
Yeah, let's try and find... Oh! We can't do it. At least we can.
I don't see anything up ahead. I think the town must be in the other direction.
Oh. Well, perhaps he's going to have a different dialogue.
Or maybe we could just walk straight past
Oh,
him.
I didn't realise you hadn't tried it.
Remember, we're in hard mode, man. You need to have the brains of a ninja.
He's in hard mode. So, oh yeah, we can just...
We can just walk past it.
I walked the van, so...
Nice, right. Use van.
It's locked.
Right, open.
No need. The perps are outside.
They're not perps. Yeah. He's very judgmental, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Especially given what we've caught him doing. People in glass houses, so I don't think he should be kicking up such a fuss, to be honest.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, right, yeah. Plastic rings. Right. What's it going to say about them?
From a six-pack. You're supposed to cut them up before tossing them. Saves wildlife.
Right,
So,
what's
will the pigeon brothers be scared of it because they get killed by that kind of nonsense, don't they?
Right, I like that. That is bona fide, like legit point and click adventure thinking. Right, prepare to be scared by the plastic rings.
Click, click,
Oh.
click. Beep, beep. No time to talk.
No.
We need to figure out the signals.
2 minds like yours should be able to figure it out.
Click,
Okay.
click, click.
So that was a fail.
That was a fail. That's the other problem with adventure games.
What?
You have to have really fucked up logic, but in the specific way that Ron Jeremy was thinking about when he
Ron
created it.
Jeremy.
Oh, they're off
Oh.
again.
Okay. Oh, the cemetery. Oh my god.
Right, what can we do here? Nothing. Can I look at some stuff? There's literally nothing to do here. I want to get Ray back. There's literally nothing we can do here. He's off. Where's he gone? Quick afro check. Yeah, it's still about the same amount.
My god.
This is the longest, basically, loading screen for whatever the next zone is ever. Ah, I'll tell you what, Ray ain't coming up here. She can get a towel and have a nice. She can have a nice lie down. He's the one who's going to be. He's like the one who's going to be out on watch all night, doing the shit duties.
He's going to come back round on himself, isn't he?
He's coming back around
Apparently,
again.
he was saying you can click and hold left mouse button, so you don't have to keep.
Oh, look at his little legs going.
Oh, he's pegging it now.
I don't know where he's gone.
Oh,
There's still nothing.
Hey, wait!
Whoa, crazy.
Turbo boost.
I'm just going to make him do that. That's
On
right.
top of
Whoa.
everything, he's actually Benny Hill as well.
Yeah, exactly. He just needs some scantily clad 1970s women to follow around. Right.
The Grim Reaper thing's face is...
It doesn't budge. The iron gate is way too heavy to move, but I see a switch inside.
Oh, switch inside.
Oh, if only I had some plastic rings that...
I can't put it in there.
Okay, if only I had a circus flyer.
I can't put it in there.
You can't put it in there. That's not what he was saying earlier on. In fact, he was doing the exact opposite. Oh, some flowers. I'm gonna push the flowers. Take that.
I can't push that.
What?
Of course you can push the flowers.
God, do some push-ups. I do no exercise ever. I reckon I could win a fight against some flowers. Right, let's try pulling the flowers. Hey, baby.
Oh,
there we go.
Can you gently
A flower from the cemetery.
twat a switch with a flower, maybe?
Using flower power.
Yeah,
I think
using flower
highly
power.
unlikely, but
I'd better hold on to this until later.
I'm going to push
I
the flower.
can't push that.
Yeah, I think we need Ray to come and sort us out.
So
Right,
what's
anyway,
she got on her? She's got the bottle.
Yeah, but also she's got a bad attitude.
Do you think we're
She
done
used
here?
Ray sass to basically talk the door into sorting yourself out.
Do you think we're done here, though? Is there anywhere else to go? Do you not think we should get her over here?
I don't know. I just don't like this guy. I'm going to make it my mission to just try and leave him out of as much as possible, but not near corpses. We know how that goes.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye on him when he's around corpses.
Yeah, and we're leaving him. We're in a cemetery. What are we doing? What are we doing? We need to get him out. We need
He's
to get him
having
away.
the time of his life.
I know.
Oh my God.
He's just Then we do shifty eyes. We go right. How do I get? Ah, there we go. Quick, get out. Right. No!
He refuses.
Yeah, right, come out, walk away from the cemetery.
Oh,
no, actually he's the only one with inventory space. Right, you can pick that up. There you go, that's all the action you're getting tonight, Sonny Jim. Right, you go stand there. Let's go and get Ray on
I
the
need to
case.
stay focused and solve this murder so I can get on with my plan.
Whatever it is, we're on board, Ray, because you're awesome. Her and Better Ian are going to get up to something. Alright, here we go. Oh, where are you going?
What?
Where you go? I'm not clicking anything.
No.
She's like, nope, yes, nope. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Alright, fair enough. You do you, girl. You do you. Right, anyway.
She hasn't really got anything on her that...
Wow, this is adventure game logic, man.
I suppose, yeah.
Like, clearly, if you need to flick a switch through a gate, then you need to take a picture of an Atari cartridge and then eat some stale tuna.
Down a bottle
That's
of
obviously...
Sainsbury's Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah, well, I reckon you should do that now.
Well, no, I can't keep doing shots of this.
Yes, you can.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Go on, Richard.
Shot.
Press M. Oh, and it's also the 302 Viewingtons celebration as well, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's it. We hit 300 subscribers today, which is awesome. But also, I turned my computer on, looked, and apparently we've got 302 subscribers. So
yeah.
It's a kind of
32.
No thanks.
32
With a big
stroke
bum hole in the
300
middle.
celebration. So I'm going to do a shot to celebrate.
Oh, mate. Oh,
That's made my eyes water.
lovely. Next, can I film it next time? Can I film it on your phone from like a create a Vine or something? Put it on your
Why would I use my own phone to watch me be a complete
Well, I can't
Retrotron?
post to your Twitter account for my phone. I mean, what? Right. Anyway, let's check out the Atari
Behind
game.
jaggy lines from Mucus Phlegm Games. I don't get it. Who'd ever
Mucus
let a
Phlegm
game be
Games.
named that?
So I guess that's one of the in-jokes.
Yeah. Well, he is a old school.
Well, yeah,
Lucas Arts dude. Isn't
Well,
he?
yeah, I was, before we'd start going on about this, I was going to kind of just go through a bit of the history.
It's an
You probably
instant
know-
From Jeremy.
But there's
From
no
Cherry.
Right.
You probably know this all a bit better, but
Yeah.
he was at LucasArts
Maybe.
with Tim Schafer? Is that his name?
Yeah, Tim Schafer was kind of like his protege.
So
there was
in the Double Fine documentaries, Tim Schafer owns Double Fine. Was Ron Jeremy partners in that with him, or did he work for him?
No. Ron Jeremy basically did a bit of office share. So
People are gonna Google Ron Jeremy.
Mate, he's all right. He's old enough that there probably isn't that much like video content out there.
So yeah, because he
Ron
left.
Jeremy, very
He left
talented
halfway
guy.
through making Broken Age, didn't he?
No. Right. I'll tell you what. You do some clicking for a while. I'll tell you the history of Ron Jeremy.
Settle in, children.
Yeah, that's it. Get comfortable, Viewingtons, and I'll explain the history of Ron
That's
Jeremy.
it. Like,
So basically, when they went to LucasArts, Ron Jeremy was there before Tim Schafer, and he was the guy that did Manic Mansion, or there were other guys, but he was one of the main guys on it, and it also Monkey Island, which is the one that everyone loves, back in the day. So Tim Schafer, when he came in, he was kind of like the protege. He was like the young sort of Padawan of games development and all that. And the first game that was truly Tim Schafer was actually Full Throttle.
I don't see anything up
which
ahead.
actually came out a
I
little
think
bit
the town
after,
must
and
be
then
in
there was
the other
obviously,
direction.
Well, there was a bunch of them, but Grim Fandango is another one that was mainly.
I have that on my PlayStation. I've still not.
You should give that a go. Little side tangent. I would very nearly went to Ian's birthday party as a do Grim Fandango.
Right. Yeah.
That was my backup plan. Just wear a suit and anyway. So yeah, as far as I can tell, he then sort of disappeared off into the wilderness. LucasArts basically got shut down. Mainly, well, there was kind of a downturn in point-and-click games anyway. Basically, all the console kiddies came along and just wanted to do console stuff. Adventure games wasn't as popular anymore. And the other thing that LucasArts obviously did was the Star Wars games. You remember X-Wing, TIE Fighter, all of those? They were.
I nearly suggested we did that.
We should do some retro screams. Like, 1920s. But yeah. So basically, the X-Wing games and all that weren't enough to float it. Adventure games stopped being as popular as they were. Basically, that was the sort of in a nutshell thing. And this is basically a case in point about why like producers and executives are all twats.
Right.
Because basically there was a downturn in sales of the games. So all the money men, all the publishers, basically decided for the next 15 years.
I'd rather leave these two
in that case,
in peace.
we will not make any more adventure games, and we basically had none for apart from like little one-man studios, little homages. We basically had no mainstream adventure games for a good 10, 15 years, something like that.
Yeah.
But then obviously with Kickstarter and all of that stuff, that basically democratises the content again, lets you find your niche market.
Yeah.
Obviously Tim Schafer jumped on that and made Broken Age, and that just opened it all up again.
Right.
And then that's basically what brought the love. So anyway, that's a bit of a tangent, but where our story rejoins is obviously Tim Schafer had already created Double Fine. He already had he kind of seems to perennially do almost hits. If you know what I mean. Like Psychonauts should have been a bigger hit than it was, and a bunch of other games that he did that should, by rights, basically set the studio up to be comfortable.
Yeah.
But I think basically every game that he's ever done has sold just enough to pay for the next game, as long as it's not too big.
Yeah, yeah.
So I do feel for it. But anyway, they did a big Kickstarter, got a load of money. They made Broken Age, which I've played and I absolutely loved.
I played the first episode and enjoyed it, and haven't started the second. It just lost the impetus to.
Well, I will not spoil any of it then. Also, this. No, I just won't talk about it. That would be cruel. Look, what's he doing?
So you can do the shuffle.
Do the shuffle, do it.
He's not having it now.
Do it, wait for it, he'll do it. Oh.
No.
He's like, come here. Come here, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
I think
Anyway.
he's over the shuffle. His nads are... Oh, no, there we go.
Ah, there we go, lovely. There we go.
She's legging it on up.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that's right. Right, anyway, let me finish
Yeah.
PJ's fact hour. Just to say, so the reason why he was at Double Fine anyway is it was basically an office share. So he had his own game that he wanted to make,
Right.
which was called The Cave, and you may or may not have heard of it.
Played the demo of that.
Yeah. So it was kind of a 2.5D. It was kind of not a million miles away from what you see here. A bit more platformy. He had a few characters, all that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of blagging because I didn't actually play it either, so I'm just going on what I saw about it. But yeah, he was only there to make
I
that
can't
game.
put it in there.
So I think Schaefer cunningly kept wheeling him out whenever they were
No,
talking
thanks.
about Broken Age with the Kickstarter, so that
okay.
everyone would assume that he was working on Broken Age.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm aware, he did sod all on that. He was just literally borrowing an office off of Tim Schafer to play his own game and some other assets.
Right.
And then as soon as that was completed and launched, and I think he did launch
It's
it
covered
via
by the
Double-
underbrush,
Sorry.
Oh.
but it's an old abandoned chainsaw. Fool
Dun,
me
dun,
once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
Chainsaw of Disappointment, nice.
I guess. Pick up. Oh, we can't pick up, can we? Oh, we can. Oh, we got a...
We got more stuff. Right, look at it.
It's pretty rusty and
Chainsaw of
totally out of
Expectation.
chainsaw gas.
Oh, we can chainsaw the tree out the way, can't we?
No, we need some chainsaw gas. Can we use Kentucky bourbon? Can we use Sano's Kentucky bourbon
It's
to
an
power
empty
the
whiskey
chainsaw?
bottle.
It's empty.
It's pretty rusty and that old tree is
Right, I
blocking
reckon
the
we
great
get the
entrance.
oil from the tuna. I reckon
okay.
you use the tuna oil to lubricate it.
I'll let you take it. Well,
So
actually,
if
have
there's
you
one thing I know about, it's lubrication.
have you finished your story of...
Where was I?
Jeremy
Blah, blah,
and
blah,
his-
blah. Went to Tim Schafer, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, and then he made this game. Ta-da, the end. Right, anyway, I'm gonna rub a bit of... Oh, it's empty. Why is everything empty?
I can't put it in there.
Oh, you're not trying hard enough. You totally could. Alright,
That
well...
old tree is,
yeah,
that
so I
old
think we-
tree is blocking the great entrance.
The great entrance. Oh, the great.
Marvellous entrance.
Confusing.
Is that what you call your bubble?
Enter the great entrance.
Prepare to witness the great entrance. Oh. Right.
It's pretty rusty
Let's try
and
it.
totally out of chainsaw gas. I can't use it until I find some chainsaw gas.
Chainsaw. Yes. You totally
So
can.
what has mate you
He's
got?
pixelated. Right.
So he's got flowers, a thing like beer can holder.
Oh yeah, let's have a look. I don't need to walk to them. Right.
Bottle.
First off, what have you been up to? Bottle, flowers.
It's going to be something like he crushes the flowers between his butt cheeks and drops
Yeah, he
oil
looks like
into
he'd
that
do that, to
bottle.
be honest. Right, he
To
can,
town?
yeah, he can go to town.
Why haven't we done this?
Because I don't like him very much. Plan was to get Ray over, and she could give him some sass.
So is this the dodgy bloke? Is he filming these two, or is this just a recap?
This is what
Dodgy
my
music
memories are
going
like
on.
the next morning.
Wait up, eager beaver.
Right, oh, she's come as well. Right. No, you stand there. Try not to fuck anything. Alright, come on, Ray. Let's go and solve this crime. Also, what's he got that is of any use at all?
Well, I think before we move on, actually, I tweeted out for some like questions to talk about. So I reckon we should go through a few of those.
Alright, hold on. Well, whilst we're doing that, I bought us some sweets, so I think we should eat sweets whilst answering questions.
Okay.
What are they, Mangy? Mawam. But what sort of Mawam?
Oh, joysticks.
Mawam joysticks. The
Very-
gamiest of all the sweets.
Yeah. Very on trend. I like it. So Andrew Steen says, which paranormal stroke? I hadn't heard this word before. Cryptid. I bet you'll have heard that before.
Which one are you reading?
Cryptid would you love to be real? Bigfoot, Nessie, ghosts, etc. So I guess you've got a choice, that sort of area.
Oh, this is for me. This is
Well,
not
it's
general
for
thing.
us,
Oh, right.
but as I'm reading it, you might as well go
Baba
first.
Yaga,
What the fuck is that?
the boogeyman. But it's in
Okay.
the Russian boogeyman. I don't know anything about it apart from I watched John Wick the other day. And they were calling him that.
Okay.
So I imagine it's like this kind of medieval sort of 14th century John Wick turns up. And he can't act for shit, but he's got a beard and he's really good at shooting people with like 14th century guns. So like flintlock muskets and stuff.
Right.
That's who I'd want to be.
Well,
Oh, Keanu
shocked
Reeves,
me
but
tying
300
it in
years
with,
ago.
John Wick there. I wasn't expecting that. So,
Do I have to eat a sweet every time I answer a question?
and then a shot.
Or am I
yeah.
just inflicting this on myself? Hold on. You've got to put this in your mouth.
I've got to go
Put this in your mouth.
shot to sweet. Well, it is a bit of a weird one being on. Being on my
Eat it.
eating, but
Oh,
I'd have to
my
say
God.
Bigfoot.
They're the juiciest sweets ever.
My taste buds are actually like wincing and I'm now saliving like fuck.
Oh my God.
Is that a thing that
Oh,
happens?
your mouth is so moist, Richard. Right.
So I think Bigfoot. I like the idea of one like animal thing being out there, but it kind of just being a bit shy, watching people, apparently wearing a wristwatch, a wristwatch. Yeah, just being a giant hairy dude. I know that is crazy. It wasn't like it's a kind of sour sweet or
No, it's
anything. It was
Coca-Cola flavour. They're the best of the joysticks, in my opinion.
Insto
Right,
mouth.
I'm going to try a different one.
Okay.
Right, so what was that you like? The idea of Bigfoot watching you?
yeah.
Just staring at you.
Well,
Like,
I just think it'd be cool if there is one thing out there, like Nessie. It's gonna, you know where he is. He's in Loch Ness, basically. If there was to be a Nessie, he would be in there, and he's pretty much going to be some sort of dinosaur if it is alive, which it isn't, by the way.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. But Bigfoot.
If you're ever going to go to Scotland, don't bother.
Yes,
They've taken away the only reason.
It's proper bollocks. Yeah, so it kind of ties on to. So that was Andrew Steen that asked that, but it ties on to what Sarah Weeks asked, which is, do we think we fully covered the ghosts, or do we think, or do we need to go over it more?
Alright, yes, let's go over it more. Right, you're going to have to
Well,
play
that-
the game, because
That
I
kind of
thought
worries
about
me
this.
because this makes me think you probably believe in ghosts. No,
No,
I
no.
tweeted that I'm pretty sure you've got enough common sense to know that's fucking bollocks.
No, let me qualify, because
Here we
I
go.
mean, obviously Ian was
You've got a
putting it
nun
up.
in your walls as well.
Yeah,
haven't you? So
I
you've
have got a
some
nun.
explaining
No.
to, mister.
I've got the ghost of a nun in my walls. Well, the nun's not there.
Why
The
would
nun's
the ghost
moved on.
be in the walls?
Well, you tried moving a ghost. When
They
was
can
the
go-
last time you picked a ghost up
They
and
can
moved
go
it about?
exactly. They can go through walls.
Anyway, I basically
I
after.
can't talk. I'm saliving too hard.
I know, you concentrate on your mouth.
This is
I've
fucked
got
up.
this. You just play the game. You play the game, do
Okay, you have to do a shot of my saliva after this.
so.
Only way we're
Oh,
going to get
mate.
through this.
But when we finished the stream, so anyone, I assume all you guys
I-
watched the Sausage Squad stream last night, but Ian was obviously putting himself up for a bit, trying to kind of controversially just to get, so that we could argue with him about ghosts. But when
Well,
it finished,
No, it come from the 32 stream. Like, I can't remember why, but at some point, I think someone might have asked about ghosts or something, and then he started to go into a ghost story.
right.
And because I was very drunk,
the
I-
tentacles are.
I just spit a brick. I was just like, what? And I did say spit a brick then. Shit a brick is what I was going to say.
He
Those
splits
shots
a
of-
brick with
those-
his muscular buttocks.
those shots have gone to my head already.
Right, so anyway, basically, I came off that stream last night, still thinking about it, and as always happens whenever I get in an argument,
It says,
thought it
need
through, and I
help
thought
playing
through.
Thimbleweed Park? Call the fully automated Hintron 3000 at 4468. Maybe we should call it.
Oh, there
Well,
we go.
we've got a phone, haven't we?
We have got.
Do we have to write that down, do you think?
Yeah, I'll put it on the crime bomb. I'll put 3 bits of
you
red
used your
cotton
scaly
attached
nails to scale that, like, scratch
Yeah.
out into my wall.
Well, that's how you
Fuck,
do it.
you'll be painting over that when I move out of it, you fuck.
We need to have one of those big like glass walls that you can stick stuff in. Kind of like in Star Wars when they're plotting the course of the Death Star.
Oh, yeah, or on Hoth, when they're all doing the battle plans there and you've got the perspex.
Yeah, you've got other wall that you can...
We're sci-fi
text
guys,
backwards
so it
on.
has to be perspex that
Yeah.
would be really impractical to use as a vision board. Anyway, back to your Ian.
I haven't even started it. I haven't even prefaced it properly yet. Let me say,
I feel like I
don't
can't
click
play the
anything.
game any further. I need to like fully
Right,
focus on this.
right. Let me just introduce the rant, and then you can play whilst I'm actually ranting.
Rant engaged.
Right, take 1. No, so yeah, basically, as always happens, when we finished the stream, I thought about it some more, and then I thought, here's a bunch of stuff I really wish I'd said. And now that I've got the opportunity, I'm actually going to say it.
So clear your throat, sit down, get comfortable, ready.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is my theory, and it's connected, and I'll take you guys through it step by step by step of why Dynamo the Magician is a bastard. Now bear with me. Don't question it. Don't question it.
What are we talking about? Ghosts?
Yes, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it the whole way.
I'm looking forward to this
Okay,
like winding
okay.
road of the story.
This is the thoughts that I drifted off to last night in my palace of sleep on the farm. So anyway, so to pick the conversation back up, I think basically the gist of what Ian was saying is, I tweet, I like ghosts are real, blah 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 blah. Really, I believe them, and all that sort of stuff. And the point I was making was about in an age when people have got mobile phones and everyone's got technology and all that sort of stuff. Why aren't there like 1 million times more ghost sightings? Why aren't there? And the same with UFO sightings. In the 80s, when like just 10 weirdos.
This is what I was saying to Ian.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
All right. You're in this. You're my bro. You're on my side.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So to Mungy's point about the camcorders, So exactly why now that there are like literally 1,000,000% more recording devices, camcorders, all that sort of stuff. Why hasn't it actually happened? So then the extension to that, which I would have made last night, which I'm going to propose to you now, Dr. Muggington. I'm going to propose my thesis on ghosts and Dynamo is a bastard. So the next logical step, and this is what I hate about Most Haunted and all the rest of it, is like all these ghost shows and all that, they get more scientific these days. They're always going, we've got a ghost detector, we've got lots of cameras, and we've got like thermal imaging and all that sort of stuff. And they always get a little bit, don't they? They always get a little tickle. Oh, I've seen an orb.
They've never had a full-on ghost to test any of this equipment on, so it could be I've just squirted a bottle of cat fart into a room and the ghost. It's
if
detected
I
a
knew
ghost.
they were recording like in my next door neighbour's house, I would be such a prick.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just be throwing things at the windows all night, just listening to them scream, listening to Yvette Fielding screams of terror. Right, anyway. Anyway, so I've completely lost my tangent. No, I haven't. So the point is, let's turn it on its head. So they basically things like Most Haunted and whatever the American one is, Most Haunted USA, probably.
Yeah, just shouting.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't afraid no ghost. So the whole point is, like, they just every episode they almost find the ghost. You know what I mean? They almost have enough evidence, and then at the end it's always like, oh well, we've almost found the ghost, but we're out of time, so let's just leave it and wander off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that thing at the end where they go, oh, we've run out of time. Oh, we almost proved it, but we didn't quite. You know, like the episode
of dollars getting a whole crew here. Pounds getting a whole crew here. We've spent everyone's on a wage, but we've run out of time. We've got to
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
off.
yeah.
No ghosts.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I kind of see a ghost. There's one at the end of the alleyway there. Yeah, sorry, mate. Time's up.
Yeah.
Let's get out of
Yeah,
here.
there's a ghost. He's waving. He's saying he wants to
flipping
speak.
you the bird.
Yeah. No, he's writing something. It's the secret of the universe. No, we haven't got time. So anyway, let's flip this on the head. So if you are a ghost hunter or whatever, if you're at a point where you've got a decent amount of technology, you've got staff, you've got people, you've got the big studio,
Got your
bucks.
PKE meter.
Yeah, you've got all that stuff. You've got your Egon Spengler like haircut and all that, and your glasses and your overalls, and you're good to go. Here's the whole thing: why would you go and almost prove like 25 cases per season? Because if you actually proved just one,
Yeah.
you just need to prove one. And
Be
let's
the
think
most
about what
famous
happens.
person
It's
in
the
the world
biggest
ever.
scientific discovery in the history of humankind.
Yeah.
It brings potentially the first direct evidence that can link towards heaven, hell,
Yeah.
all the rest of it. It completely changes like belief systems, moral systems, religion, and all of that. It's absolutely earth-shattering.
Yeah.
But instead, they go, I'll just stand back from that. I'll just stand back from that.
Yeah.
I won't bother being, winning like 10 Nobel Prizes in a row. But basically hanging around my neck and looking like BA with all my Nobel Prizes.
It's a very good point. Like I've been ranting about this for kind of while.
You've been ranting.
But you're right. That's conclusive. That's almost
Right,
conclusive.
but let me finish because I've got one more step.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And that is why Dynamo the Magician
Oh, yeah.
is a bastard.
Why are you going
Right.
to cuss out poor old
right.
frail Dynamo?
Let me see. I'll explain it. I need 2 minutes, and you'll hate him just as much. You'll despise him
I
after
don't know,
this.
he's kind of cute. He's a bit frail. He's got that weird Burnley accent. Like, he can do crazy tricks.
All right, but what I want you to do is apply the exact same logic that I just explained to you to what he does and to magic.
Okay.
And it's not about what he does.
I'd like to set the
he's
record
keeping
straight.
it-
I don't think he's magic, by the way.
Yeah. Well, this is the whole thing. So let's apply that reverse logic that we just did with Ghost
Okay.
to Dynamo.
To Dynamo, yeah.
So the question now becomes, Dynamo. He can walk on water. He can teleport. He's got psychic abilities. Why wouldn't he tell people how to do that? If it was true, if magic was
Why
real,
wouldn't he fight crime?
yeah. Not only that, I bet people on the Titanic they'd love to know how to walk on water around about then.
Yeah.
They'd just have, their feet would have been a bit wet. They'd have been fine.
Exactly.
All of
Yeah.
that sort of, teleporting. Think of all the car crashes that happen around the world and all that sort of stuff. He is not, by keeping these secrets, either everything he's doing is bollocks,
Yeah.
or he is there going, I could save people's lives. Those people in that burning building, I could zoom, jump in, grab them, give them a little hug, get the little, like kids, give them a little noogie and a little smile, and then zoop, teleport them out of there. But this is an open invitation to
Oh my
any magician out there.
I'm glad you're not on Twitter because there'd be such a Twitter beef between you and Dynamo right now.
Yeah, I'm ready, Dynamo. I'm ready. And don't go like ninjaing and like teleporting behind me, like smacking me in the back of the head. But this is an open invitation to any magician out there.
Shit.
If you can literally do any of the stuff in these magic tricks, but you can actually do them, let me set you up. I will put you in a room full of scientists. If they can study how you teleport, and they can work it out scientifically, so we can make a device that other humans can use who aren't crazy magicians, then you will get at least $1 billion. Think how much money
That's
is
out
worth.
there now. Okay.
Yeah, that is out there.
I
I'm
was
saying
hoping that you just wanted to like shirtlessly just have a fight with them. If you're a magician and you're talking all this big bullshit after I've just been on my rant about why you're a dickhead, which is valid.
Yeah.
Let's just have a
No,
rant.
that's what I'm saying. I'm calling all magicians out.
Okay.
Come on.
So who have you got? Daniels, he's dead. Brown, Dynamo.
I don't know.
I'm at the end of my list.
Yeah. There's that. Who's
Who's been
that
dying out?
American guy who?
Darren Brown's not really a magician. He's
No.
legit, isn't he?
Hey, Darren Brown. Yeah, he'd basically be on my
Darren
side.
Brown.
with it.
He's a lovely fella.
Darren Brown.
Oh,
yeah,
Darren
yeah. but that's the thing with people like and this. Right, so just to finish my point, basically,
we have derailed the
yeah,
game, actually,
we've
so
just been
we
watching.
should wrap this thing up. And
Yeah,
get
yeah.
back
All
to
right. I'll get
Jeremy.
off my rant, and I'll take a deep breath, and then
I think you'll find it's rant.
that's wrong. Right. So where was I? Yeah. So basically, either magic is real, or it's all bollocks. And if it is real, then magicians are the biggest arseholes in the world because they are literally holding the human race back.
Yeah.
By not passing on the tricks and the understandings and the technology that they know.
Yeah.
So therefore, if magicians are I'll just keep making the point. So I'll stop.
Yeah.
But the point is, magicians are obviously tricky. Now the reason why I specifically went after Dynamo.
Yeah.
Is that he is so world weary about it. With Paul Daniels, with Debbie McGee, it was fine. Paul Daniels and Debbie, they were cabaret acts.
Yeah.
They knew they were on the stage. It was funny.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to go back and watch episodes of Dynamo. Because it always starts, he's always on a journey. He's always like, I had to go to LA because things were getting a bit tough back in the UK. Sometimes I need to lay low and then
totally
walk on
agree.
some water and freak out some random dudes with a card trick.
I totally agree. Like, Dynamo does plenty of crazy stuff where you're like, that is just frickin' amazing. But you don't need him. A little scrawny dude from Burnley having his like, I've been trekking across the deserts for 10 years.
And then every single one is like this epic.
Yeah.
No,
dude, you learn how to con people and do wacky tricks. That's it. But you're right, Paul Daniels, he'd be like,
He'd be like, now that's magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Come here, Debbie,
You're
I'm
like,
feeling
wow,
on it.
that was fucking cool. I wonder how he did that. I'm going to get on with my life. I would like to just say, Anmol in the comments said, wow, PJ is rich.
I'm not even drinking tonight.
I know, that's
I'm not even drinking. I'm glad. Listen, View Eaters, I'm sorry. There's no actual gameplay. This weird Afro guy has been taking far too much interest in the wall. Like, we haven't even moved it.
Reckless
move around, do stuff.
Says press F to run, and there's a fair few F's in there. That's good.
Well, there you go.
And,
But don't think of it as a rant. Think of it as my gift to you, viewing.
Well, Hebrew
anytime
Hammer
you see a magician.
Hebrew Hammer says, I hated David Blaine. He wasn't a magician or illusionist.
That's the one I was thinking
He's just
of.
did weird shit.
Blaine.
Yeah, exactly.
He just sits in weird places for 10 days. And
There's
then goes,
like is it the Ascension of Man? Like the picture of like a monkey, a slightly bigger monkey, a gorilla,
David Blaine,
like David Blaine, then a human. So you have David. Well, I think the order is David Blaine come first, but I think the order
and then
is
human.
Dynamo, David Blaine, then Darren Brown. So you've got Dynamo. We forgot Paul Daniels, obviously. So
Paul Daniels, yeah.
He's
Paul
classic.
Daniels is the metaphorical monkey of the evolution of
I think we'd be
magician.
more accurate with the ascension of Venn diagram rather than the ascension of man. So I think on one scale you've got Darren Brown. On the other scale you've got Paul Daniels. In the middle you've got Dynamo and David Blaine, basically. So either side is awesome. Like, Darren Brown is just fucking brilliant. He's always said everything he does is a sham, it's a trick. He readily says it's all bullshit.
Yeah,
but he's
it's
really
based
clever.
on what it is based on is real psychology and understanding and just really good research and then full blown massive productions that he puts into his tricks. So yeah, no, Darren Brown. I think he's one of us.
He's well, no.
Whereas Dynamo is like, oh, things just getting so tough. And when he does a trick as well, every time he does a trick, he just walks away. You know what I mean?
That makes me angry. Some of his tricks. I think he did the butterfly one where he turns a whole room into butterflies. That was fucking. Oh, it had Natalie Imbruglia. That's why it's sticking in my mind.
Wow.
She's wow. The other thing with Dynamo is he always bigs up his nan as well. There's always like he does a mega trick. He goes, "Shout out to my nan." So
that's fine. I don't mind that.
Yeah, no,
I don't mind that at all. There's nothing wrong with that.
We should get back to the game, and I would just like to thank Sarah Weeks and Andrew Steen for completely derailing.
Sarah Weeks, look at what you've done.
Yeah.
I bet she's not even listening. I bet she's not even watching. She turned off 20 minutes ago.
She couldn't give a shit about this game. She's like, I think she dynamoed. She left the question, then just walked away into the sunset.
Just dropped the mic.
Yeah, no,
the mic's still like jiggling in
casually chucked her phone with Twitter still on it behind her shoulder and just like strutted off. Anyway, play this game, twat.
He's just rubbing his knob against it.
Oh, actually, he has turned round and had a little kind of
stop it
session to himself. So this hint thing, there was a number I was meant to.
This was all filler whilst you got your notepad and you didn't even get a pen.
That's correct.
We need to find a game that basically plays it. Do you think if we just got a YouTube video of someone else playing the game,
well, yeah.
think anyone would know?
Perhaps in our spare time we can just play this game, and then every other week we can come together and just rant over the top of it.
Genuinely, I'm really looking forward to playing this game.
It says need help.
Well, let's do it. Okay.
Call the fully automated Hintron 3000 at 4468.
Right.
This
Jotted
makes
down.
no sense.
Noted. Alright. Right, shall we try it then? Let's give it a try straight away.
Oh, we got
let's get Ray.
Stay focused and solve this
No,
murder.
put it in your actual phone and see what happens.
No way.
Right, get your so use cell phone. Yeah, we can do stuff now.
Nice.
Oh, hold on, it's already flashing.
Hold up.
Oh, screw it. Oh.
Okay.
Welcome to the fully automated Hintron 3000 system. We aim to make your experience playing Thimbleweed Park easier. If you're ever stuck on a puzzle or don't know what to do, phone us. The hints here will change depending on which part you are currently playing. If you can find a hint you're looking for, it's because you don't need to solve it right now. You can always just hang up when you're done. My feelings won't be hurt much. How can I help you?
What are we doing?
Is this an actual mechanic of the game? Is this can we actually do this, or is this an in-joke?
Yeah.
Because I know back in the day, LucasArts did have these. I think they talk about it in the Broken Age documentaries. I think there was there was phone lines for hints and stuff. If we just click I need a hint, is it just going to point us towards
You should go and talk to the sheriff and the coroner at City Hall before asking for any hints. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay. Oh, he's hung up on us.
Yeah, okay. Well,
nasty. Let's see let's see if we can use it right. 911, that's not this one. Oh, it's ringing.
Sorry, but we're out to dinner. Call back next week.
What other American numbers could there be?
Obviously. That's not it.
Yeah, that little Easter egg that Rob Jeremy put in just for us. He's probably watching this stream going, aha! With the scholar's cradle going on, tapping his fingers together. I knew! You're mine now. Right, let's try and smash the bottle on the sign. No.
Why did he come today? He just thought I'd have an angry bottle smash right now.
Willie's what? Right, no, Ray, that's it. Don't go anywhere near him. Don't even look at him. Just keep walking. Keep walking.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's...
I'm
I'm the Thimbleweed Park Sheriff. I don't remember calling the Federinos. That's what you are, feds.
Oh.
Hard to miss the government issue suits.
Right, we're the feds. We're the feds.
Damn straight.
Yeah,
The feds.
he's better than.
Whoa! Hold your horse-a-rinos. No need to get snippy. Looks like you heard about our little murder-reno out by the bridge, huh?
There is nothing little about murder, sir.
Ignore him. He's new.
No sense in wasting everyone's time, Reno. This cutscene is starting to get long, and it's only gonna get longer. Let's find the coroner and get you on your way. Wrestling starts at 8.
I hope he's talking about on TV.
No, you don't.
The coroner is waiting for you in his office. Come see me when you're done. I apologize, Reno, for all the lights being off. We don't stay open as long as you city slickerinos do at night.
Even for a murder?
Especially for murder.
Dun, dun, dun.
That makes no sense.
Are we authorized to shoot people arenos?
We haven't got a gun. Or he'd be getting it right now. They just stare at each other.
Oh my god.
Oh, do you think there's a bit of sexual
electricity going on?
Right,
between
I'm going to
them?
move her a bit closer. He's reeling her in. I love your afro. I love your
Oh my god!
It's happened. It's the inevitable workplace sexual chemistry has happened. Oh no! Oh, she's tapping her foot now. She's disappointed.
Yeah, she didn't get the old shoulder shudder from him, so I don't think there was enough.
Exactly.
electricity.
She's far too alive for his taste. Right. Anyway, let's use the water fountain to basically get the taste of.
Oh my god, she's really going for it. So you've got lots
I
of
don't
little...
think she is. I think she's having a little cry. I think she's the thought of. Let's face it, he's probably got a bit of dead Spock on his lips still from whatever he was getting onto.
I don't think he's really kind of aware that he was getting in there. He was just thinking about like dead body Spock from before.
Yeah.
She heard like Ice Heart had melted for a second.
Yeah, and now she's having a little cry, but she'll get stronger about it. Right now. Oh no.
Sip, sip, sip. There
we go. There we go. Back in the game. You're a strong woman. You don't need necrophiliac weirdos. Right. Do we want the sheriff or the coroner?
Oh, you go to the top, but the coroner. They talked about that before, though. Yeah. Like flipping the body. That's the. Hey, I didn't remember.
Nice.
Oh shit!
Oh, he's come back.
Howdy who! I'm the Thimbleweed Park coroner.
Yeah,
welcome to the future who.
Oh my god!
Oh, these are the latest in crime-fighting computers made by Pillowtronics Inc. This is all probably pretty advanced, even for the Fedahoos.
Oh, do enlighten us.
I love your sarcastic humor, Who, Agent Ray.
It's not humor.
There you go again.
We're interested in any help your computers can give us. They look marvelous.
Yes, happy to explain. So happy to explain, Who. Yeah, you might want to take notes.
Already on it.
Right, so we got the Bloodtron, the Fingertron. I know which one we're choosing.
Well, Fingertron, obviously.
Tell us about the Fingertron 3000.
Right, Reno, the Fingertron 3000.
I thought he was the
Insert a
sheriff.
fingerprint registry of known
like
criminals
the
and a
sheriff.
fingerprint
Ah,
from the murder weapon on fingerprint
Well
tape,
done.
and it will do a match.
That's going on the crime board.
Yeah, scuttle,
Let me
scuttle,
just.
scuttle.
I'll just put a bit of string going from
There you go. Have a juicy sweet
I get a reward.
celebration.
I get to saliva all over the place right now.
Why are they so difficult?
Totally missed one.
Explain the Fingertron 3000 again.
Insert a fingerprint registry of known criminals and a fingerprint from the murder weapon on fingerprint tape, and it will do a match-a-who.
Okay, so we've got a bottle of Boyban.
Oh yeah.
So he said you need the finger tape. Can you? well, we've got to, I suppose, listen to the others first. But I reckon
Got
if
a
we can
mouthful
get
of
some,
sweets.
I reckon if we get some finger
The juice. You get about three bites in the juice.
Crazy. Yeah. So do not buy Malwam joysticks.
Tell
if
us
you
about
do
the
not want to just
Bloodtron
mouth
3000.
jizz all over the place.
This is the Bloodtron 3000. Put 2 bloody objects in and it will match the blood type, printing out a report to who.
So we haven't got any bloody objects yet, have we?
Not that I know.
Faceatron, do we just ram that dead body? Dead
Tell us
Spock
about
in?
the
No.
Facetron 3000.
The Facetron 3000.
Picture, mate.
Or, as I like to call it.
Let me guess. The Face Areno?
No, that's what the sheriff calls
he
it.
got sassed.
You city folka who crack me up. Just insert 2 pictures of an individual
yeah,
and
cool.
it will verify a positive match.
2 pictures.
So if we could go back.
She did say like something about different angles from a picture.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We can go back at some point. Get another picture.
The 4th question: aren't you the Sheriff Arena?
There we go. We see.
Aren't you the Sheriff Areno?
Oh my, no. No who. Well, people say there is some resemblance around the eyes, but we're as different as peas a who's in a pot of who. Plus, the sheriff has that annoying Areno he adds to everything. You'll never hear me doing that a who.
Sure. Whatever.
Jokes and stuff. Does the use of these computers to investigate? Did you use these computers to? Did you use these computers to invest? Right, I'm asking it.
Just
Did
gonna
you
go
use
for it.
these computers to investigate the pillow
See,
factory
that's
fire?
what I was trying to say.
4 computers positively showed the fire was caused by the factory guard. No doubt a who about it.
Doubt a who about a who.
Could the computers have been wrong about the fire?
Not these computers. Oh, the state-of-the-art a who computers made by Pillowtronics. Absolutely infallible.
What's the Pillowtronics thing reference? I don't get that.
I don't know. I feel like we should have seen something else
That's
happen.
quite possible.
that
We've
was
had a
missed.
rant already.
Well, we weren't doing anything
Skipped
while we
past
were
the,
ranting.
the demo. Oh, that's good.
Oh, I said ranting.
Yes. Well, no, I've often thought to myself, I thought you would be a rant rather than a rant.
No, it's not like you're trying to make it out as if it's one of those scones versus scones thing, and
It is
you know,
scones. It's scones.
and all of that. No, but the reason why.
It is scones though. It's not.
All right,
scones.
I'll tell you what. I'll leave.
Are
To
you
me,
scones or scones?
scones.
Okay.
But
So you're rant then.
but
You're a southerner.
right.
You're
right.
a southerner.
No, scones. I'm Scott. I'm with you, man.
Yeah,
I'm on
cool.
the same side as you in a argument
you're
in
ramped.
our entire lives.
I'm sure. Yeah.
No, I
The
wish I
first
didn't
time.
have a juicy mouth.
Stop saliving everywhere, please, and say rant. Rant or
Right.
rant.
Right,
Rant
my
or rant?
second rant of the evening.
And fuck you. No, we're moving on. Play more.
So the point is, between scones and scones,
Yeah.
that basically it may not be 50%, but there are definitely 2 groups of people.
It is.
That-
and the correct.
But there are, you must admit there are large amounts of numbers on both sides. There are enough people who go to Wimbledon and drink Pims and talk about scones that exist and all that.
It is 100% scones.
Yeah,
right?
you can be
100%.
right, but
I'm definite on that. But the rant thing, I have a concession on. I will say most people say rant. I agree
this
with
is
that.
the point. It's not most people. It's everyone. But
Fuck
really,
off.
it's
No.
I've never in my
No.
entire life.
No, because this
I've
made such
lived
a
for
thing.
almost as long as you, but you are older. I'll
by
just
2
put that
months.
out. But yes, you are older. But I've never ever heard anyone else. It's one of those. When I hear
Right.
you say it, I'm like, oh, that's a Richard thing.
No,
It's like when your pet cat like scratches itself in
I've
certain ways.
googled
Like,
this. I've googled this. There is plenty of Reddit posts on this topic.
But that's words.
No, because
But
that
that's
means
words. If
there's-
someone types on Reddit RANT, You don't know if they're pronouncing it rant or rant.
No, because that's it. There's several different versions of the way people are spelling. Do you have to be phonetic in this situation? Because
so is it like R-A-U-N-T? Is that how you would spell
the one
rant
I agreed with was R-A-H-A-N-T. Rant.
Yeah. If I saw that word, I would definitely pronounce that rant.
Yeah, there's Google it, but Google's clever enough to give you variations.
I'll just take the game down.
The algorithms know. They know. They managed to spot that conversation alone and give you variations of the alternate spellings of rant. But no.
So therefore, you started a conversation on Reddit.
No, I've had none of this on Reddit. I have a Reddit account, but I don't use it at all. I've just Googled it. How do you say rant? And then these conversations come up.
If you got Alexa, we should get Alexa to arbitrate.
No, I have a Google downstairs, but I've a Google phone here.
All right, come on.
So how are we going to do this though? 2 seconds. Well, it's going to 2 seconds. Okay, what are you going to ask it? We shouldn't be playing this game, by the way.
No, this is
title
important.
Of this thing is
this is important. We can't let it come between us, man.
Okay.
Right. So what I want you to ask in your voice, I want you to say that it's like, "Hey Google," isn't it? Is that how you do it on the phone as well, or?
Well, it's okay, but yeah.
Okay.
If you say this, it's going to activate it, so don't say it.
No, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Well, do you know your question?
Yeah.
You say, okay.
Okay, Google. What is?
No. Oh no, it's tied to mine. I need to say it.
All I was going to ask is what is a rant?
What is a rant?
Yeah, and if it comes back going, I don't know the answer to that because it's not a fucking word, Richard, you twat. Then Google is arbitrary. If it comes back and you've got to pronounce it like you normally do, it's a rant.
No, that's very clever.
If it comes back and gives the definition of the word rant. Then I'll accept that there's you and Google.
I like the way you say it because I was a bit posher with the way I say rant. You managed to like get in it.
I'm getting it like farm and
let's
country.
Try it. Let's try it. What is a rant?
Here's the definition of rant.
Oh!
In an angry, impassioned way.
Okay.
Yeah. And
she repeated rant. Well, rant.
No, she didn't.
But she knew exactly what I meant.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think we're all right there.
I
Move on.
I don't know how to. That was like a 1-1 draw, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because she understood it as rant, but then she repeated it back as rant.
Yeah.
I think maybe she was trying to make the point.
Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Let's play some games.
Come on.
Right, okay, we've picked the mouse up. Look, it's moving. Right, all right.
Fascinating stuff.
Okay.
I think
I need to go for a piss, so
this is all
you
very
can play
impressive.
this game properly.
Right. And whilst you're away, I'm going to tell them 7 damning secrets about you that no one else knows.
Of the amazing restaurant
something
in
like,
town.
I don't want to get out of order, but you should be listening
almost
to this
forgot.
exposition.
These
Go
Tron
on,
machines
okay,
are
so we'll be
fully
back
voice
in a minute.
activated, so if you need any
Don't simmer it. We don't want to hear
What
the stream of
secrets are there?
live
Not
in the
across the
futuristic
streams,
year of
Richard.
2017.
But I was going to say, we've told all our secrets on stream anyway, don't we?
I hate this town.
Let's investigate these Tron machines, then go see the sheriff and
Tron
get out.
machines. Yeah, I'm up for that. If only I knew where they were. Right, let's have a look at the notebook anyway, and we'll see how the case is progressing. Where are we? Look at notebook. Find the murder weapon. Fingerprint. We've got a lot to do, Viewingtons. We've not got much time to do it. Here we go. The Tron machines are interesting. I'm glad Reyes was a little eager beaver and took notes. I wonder if they're connected to the reason I'm here. Okay, so have we missed out? Okay, so that's the only new stuff that's been said so far, but we do need to keep checking the notebook by the look of it. It does seem to be enveloping as we go. Right, I'm going to read the whole lot. I'm sure you guys already have, but I'm going to do it anyway. The coroner and the sheriff are idiots. That's okay. I can work with idiots. They're easy to manipulate. The Tron machines are interesting. I'm glad Reyes was little eager beaver and took notes. I wonder if they're connected to the reason why I'm here. So she's still not being that useful on that front, actually.
I need to stay focused and solve this murder so I can do what I need to do.
Right, let's see what this is doing. So, here we go. Bloodtron, Faceatron, Fingertron. Coroner seems nice enough. He should be helpful in solving this case as quickly as possible. The computing power of the Tron machines is impressive. I wonder why we never heard of them before. Oh! Oh, I should have been paying attention, shouldn't I? Right, so the gist is, they're the Tron. Yeah, there you go, Bloodtron, Fingertron. Right, I'm an idiot. So, let's go and see the sheriff. As far as I'm aware, we don't have enough evidence of anything yet that we can feed into the Tron machines.
Hello again, Agent Arenos. Hopefully the coroner fills you in on our state-of-the-art Areno computers.
Oh, I've got to speak to him now, bugger. I'm saying that one with the icing and the sprinkles on it, I'm having that. Richard can have the chocolate one. He likes the chocolate one. There's some donuts in the bottom left.
Oh my god.
Just say what you need to this guy. We'll get it over and done with, and then we'll swipe his donuts.
So we're back to sheriff guy.
Yeah. So stuff that we missed.
Okay,
basically,
yeah,
there was a bunch of exposition that we both talked over. So I don't know what that said. Then you went out. Then you went out of the room. Then I told the viewers all of your shocking sex secrets.
Fuck. There's a lot of them as well. Jesus.
Yeah. Those flashing lights I see outside. Yeah, and then so it kind of threw me because it said, "Oh yeah, there's some. We need to check out the Tron machines before we do anything."
Okay.
So I spent ages trying to figure out what the Tron machines were, expecting like Jeff Bridges to be.
That's what we were talking about a second ago.
Exactly.
So we need tape to get. Yeah. I'm presuming tape to get fingerprints off the bottle.
Yeah.
Or the bottles, because we have two.
Yeah. I can't think past the donuts at the moment then. I'll tell you, you take over anyway. Okay. I'm going to go for my own little toilet break.
Well, my vape's in the next room if you want to blast that. You can have a fag, right, obviously. But...
Yeah, well, I'll just dip out the front then, I think.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Alright, so you're in charge. You have the helm, Ensign Mung.
Oh, we might as well swap headphones quickly.
Well, you're going to have to sit there then, because of the 6-inch lead.
6-inch what?
You've got a 6-inch one.
Right, okay. I'm driving. What are we doing? I haven't checked the comments a little bit, so let's have a look what you're saying. Hopefully the sound's a bit better now. Is that okay? Looks like you're all chatting away, which is good news. Essential Penguin, I'm really craving carbs right now. So I'm going to order a pizza because I can't order scones for delivery. Oh man, I love those. They're awesome. A bit of cream and jam. Always the traditional with those. Looks like you're all chatting away, which is good work. Hey Sulla 47, Isabella, oh yeah. Got a couple of people in now. There's loads of comments. So Space Hoppercopter saying there's loads of comments on Resident Evil Easter egg telling her she's pronouncing herb wrong. How's she pronouncing herb? I do not get the herb thing that Americans say. I always thought that was a Jamaican thing to say herb, but Americans say it. Mungie, he told us all your manky secrets. They were quite tame. I'm pretty sure I've told you all of my secrets on stream already. Because I get shock bullied all the time and that makes me get loose lips. You're going to talk about the gunjacking squat pie. That is something best left alone, I think. I think that was a disaster for all involved. Right, okay, so what are we doing? That's some very serious computing power you've got there. I think we're probably talking about the Tron machines. You're also the coroner, right? I'm going to go for that. You mean... I mean the coroner said something about the arrest of Tron. What else do know about the pillow factory fire 20 years ago. Oh, okay. So they were talking about the pillow stuff a second ago. I don't know if we've missed some kind of wacky in-joke, or if this is something we're meant to notice or what, but I want to get to the bottom of this thing about him being the coroner and the sheriff. This is probably pointing to the fact they're being a bit weird and there's something odd going on here. And I'd also like to say there's something very Twin Peaksy going on about all of this as well. So
you're also the coroner, right?
Oh, my, no. No, Reno. People say there is some resemblance around the eyes, but we're as different as peas of Renos in a pot of Reno. Plus, the coroner has that annoying ahoo he adds to everything. You'll never hear me doing that, Reno.
Okay. So, are they going to be brothers, twins, or mental, or what? I don't really get it. Okay, there's some very serious computing power you've got there. Oh, let's push him on the Reno thing.
The coroner said something about the arrestron.
Yes, the Arrestron 3000. The last step in a fully computerized Reno arrest. The final link in the chain of a guaranteed conviction of Reno. Every detail of Reno analyzed and verified by computer.
Moving on.
Right, sorry, Reno, I get carried away sometimes. This is the big bad boy of Reno you've been hearing about. The Arrestron 3000. Just feed 3 reports from other Tron machines into this, and it issues a 100% Reno valid arrest warrant. Yeah, these machines are the reason we need only one law enforcement officer of Reno. Chuck said that computers will soon put us all out of work, allowing for a full life of luxury.
Okay, well, we've pushed it on a little bit. So we got Essential Penguin saying, Res is after Brexit, so who knows what the state of your jam economy will be. And I'm also, I'll also be at Res, so looking forward to meeting the rest of the P32 crowd. Yeah, I think there's going to be a few of us, the Sausage Squad there as well, which would be awesome. Looking forward to that myself. Got to say I prefer Res to EGX, I think, really. I kind of like the indie side of it. It's really cool. Reckless Rex says, Herb is a name, herb is a plant. One and the same thing, if you ask me. That's a good point, though. Oh, PJ's back. Yeah, Rex just made a good point that in America there's people called Herb, but they're not called Herb. So that's just kind of
Are you still
blowing my brain.
Is this connected?
I was entering like Rant Lane then, but I turned round at the junction.
Rant Lane.
Okay, so
right.
I didn't really.
Hello again.
We pushed on a little bit. I pushed him on the fact that he looks like the guy, the coroner thingamajig.
Yeah.
And lipped him off again about it, and then he just took us to here. So we've got Chuck ? And he'll just probably recap what he just said.
Sadly, Chuck passed away a few days ago. There was a big service out at the cemetery of Reno. The entire town showed up, which isn't surprising for the hero of Thimbleweed County. We'll talk more about Chuck later. I need to run to Reno and check on a disturbance call out at the old circus. Probably that stupid clown of Reno again.
Oh, he's fucked
I want to go.
Looks like we need to go talk to the rest of the weirdos that live in this town.
We should split up. It will be faster.
You cooling your heels in the local diner would also make things go faster.
If we follow agency questioning protocols, this shouldn't take long.
Just don't mess anything up. I want to get out of here as fast as possible.
Agreed.
We need to... Right, let's get Ray in next time we play this, and she can actually be Ray. Again.
Well, I was meant to... I was going to be streaming Apex with her tonight, but because you're slow at getting back to messages on Facebook, I'd half been arranging one or the other. So I did say, next time we do this,
she was your backer.
Then it's possible we could get Ray involved as well.
Yeah,
so
he's fidgeting again.
Talking about Ray, it's making him want to shudder his shoulders, isn't it? So yeah, I think maybe on the next one. There we go. We might have actual Ray in on this. So.
Oh, double Ray, he's away.
So
double Ray, he's away. Double Ray, he's away. Right, no, stop! Don't do anything. Okay. Right, Sheriff's gone. Let's go for the donuts.
Okay.
Go on. Well, I want a donut.
So well,
I've got a juicy mouth. I need some dough to soak
I reckon
up the
he's
mouth
more
juice.
likely to nosh on a juicy. Oh, we can't.
What is this?
Don't know if we can. No, we can't. We can't look at the donuts without.
Oh, don't show us donuts and then not deliver the donuts.
But I reckon we've got the bottle. So while I was out, we've gone to a different room.
Right.
So the fingerprintatron, whatever it is, I reckon we could have shoved some of these in there and got some results.
Okay, let's do it.
Is that?
I don't know.
So
we need 2 things though.
How did you get to here? Oh, she's gone behind.
Right, do it.
Okay, the police-tron.
Right, use it. Use the police-tron.
Breaker, 1 to 9, breaker. Blow.
You're clearly
Oh my god. Daisy, attention please. And that's screwing around. I've got a case of lights.
Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. A bicycle built for 2. Breaker 19. Breaker.
It's just
Attention, all units.
It's just nothing happened. See the man. By
the old circus.
Holding a badger, yes.
With no pants.
Can we not choose? It's got to be with no pants, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Enough screwing around. I've got a case to solve.
Oh, see, we've
So, she's looking at the machine.
What does that machine do? Did he explain it?
That's the Arrestatron. He probably did, but... So, what I was going to ask was, how did you get here? While I wasn't in the room, you ended up here, but, like, in the other room, the fingerprintatron... Oh no, we still needed...
We need 2 things. I think we can go back and get another picture and then use the pictureatron. That's something we can do.
Okay.
I just think we should have it. No, let's do that. That's something we can actually do.
It's going to take a while, so you take us back there and
I'll do it. Just Ray. We're gonna leave dodgy hair guy.
I'll get some questions on the go. So we've got questions.
Travel questions.
Travel question. Road questions.
Let's hit the road.
So this one's from Anmol. It's a 4-part question. Actually, one of them, he was the one that said about the secrets about each other. You've just got to watch the P32 streams like you've been doing to find that shit out. So he's got your greatest gaming memories. Explain how 32 came about. Best stroke worst things about the P32 crew. So, there's... Quickly, we can do the 32. 32, when we all just get hammered together, it just weirdly happens that 32 seem to crop up.
I don't know if you lose the. It's like let me stop you. This is like Metachlorians,
when
man.
That happens,
this is a Metachlorian moment. Don't explain the 32. keep the magic of 32 alive, man.
That's
I'm sorry, we cannot divulge.
Okay, well,
we cannot divulge.
The best
and Richard's only just healed.
What about the best stroke worst things about P32 crew?
About the P32, it's the problem is we've all known each other for about 1 million years. So it's kind of the best and worst thing combined is that whenever we get together, it's basically like no time has passed since we were about 14.
Yeah,
and that is the best thing and the worst thing about it
at
the same
which
time.
Was which, but
it is. I mean, you guys obviously watch us basically giving each other shit continuously. like normally using the exact same jokes. The simple rule is if you nip Ian off enough times, he'll react to one of them. That's it.
And then
that's it.
forevermore.
That's written down on the little chalkboard.
Yeah.
That's coming out every time you see him from now on.
Yeah.
That's sad because genuinely, I did feel a bit guilty about how his nan's now involved in the show after last night. And part of that guilt is the knowledge that she's going to become a recurring character. Her backstory is going to get filled out over time. Again, as we find out which buttons to press to wind Ian up the most. And all the rest of it. And yeah, I mean, none of us are immune from that. You see all the shit flying in all directions.
That's the thing though. Like, you just have to take your abuse and like just man up to it because it's coming your way. You've just got to. It's how you deal with it.
So if you take the rubbish like that kids chat to each other in a playground, and then just kind of refine it. Over many years without any growing up or moving on, or you know, growing as people, or just like getting bored of any of the change. Right. Anyway, I'm going to take. Oh, calm down. Right, I'm going to. So
I agree, but I just want to expand on like the best thing about the P32 crew is that we are. Although me and PJ live close to each other, we don't live close to the others. So. There was a long while where we hadn't really seen each other or spoke to each other for a while, so the P32 crew kind of brought us all back together, and playing PUBG together meant that we were speaking, well, you and me especially used to speak to Ian a lot anyway, but it meant that we got in contact with Deli, Luke and Simo again.
Yeah, and it's not like we don't see him at all. You know, we'll get together. There'll be a wedding or a piss up or something like that. A couple of times a year.
Like that anyway.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I only really like Dali anyway.
Definitely don't like Ian.
No, and Luke's a massive twat. But yeah, I think that's the best thing of the P32 crew. We get to chill out with friends that we used to when we were like, 16, 17, 18, 19, those kind of years, and a little bit after. Yeah, but so the first question out of that lot from Anmol was your greatest gaming memories. Now this is where I'm kind of interested because although, like, you know, we're best mates, we're on different.
Okay, this one could run and run. To be honest, we could rack a few of them.
Gaming scale.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a
console
PC
twat. And I do look down on you, really.
And I'm a console guy. So yeah, what's your greatest gaming?
Greatest gaming memory. All right. So I'll do it right then, pop pickers. I'll do like my top 5 or something. Just reading them off the top of my head. So one of them has to be an old school PJ and Rich Bromance moment, which was when we played through TIE Fighter the game together.
Yeah.
I was banging on. I was waxing
kind
lyrical.
Talked about that earlier.
Yeah. But that was we used to set it up, and basically Richard would be on the joystick actually doing. Doing the yanking and the banking.
Of course I was.
And then I was on the keyboard because again, as we know, Richard's a keyboard idiot. So I was the one like.
It wasn't made to be played like this. It was meant to be played by one person.
Yeah, one reasonably functional human could have done it all. But we split it, and basically, it's not just.
I would fly the ship with the joystick, and then you would fine tune as we got close to it.
But it was also like you could select, you could orientate your shields, you could select which weapons you were using, you could focus your energy around the ship, all that sort of stuff. That was really good fun. So that's definitely one for me. Let's do one each. All right, you hit one, and then I'll go with one. A little bit.
Okay, right. These might kind of merge into like other questions that we've got asked here. All the pigeon twats are back. So I think there was a game called. It's something to do like Llamatron 2000 or something. I think it's made by Llamasoft.
I can't open it.
One of the earliest games I remember.
It was really psychedelic.
Yes.
Like really solid.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It was
there's-
an Amiga game.
There's
wasn't
about
it?
like 10 incarnations
It's a bag full of plumber tools.
of it. So it was like a hexagon, and you're a ship that spins around the edge, and you shoot random
Don't
shit that
touch our
comes out of
Wrenchtron
it.
3000.
And occasionally
Only
a
someone
llama
like
will
me
come
with the
out,
proper training
and
can
if
handle
you
it.
shoot it, you get like 1,000 points. I, as a kid, remember playing that. That's one of those weird deja vu games. It was on the Spectrum. It was on the 48K, so the second version of the Spectrum. But I would have been 6 or 7 playing this, and I remember Ian coming round and playing it, and that's a real good memory for me because it was an odd game, but I loved it, and it was the first time I got hypnotised by a game, I think.
Nice.
So over to you, Rat.
Over to me. Okay, what else? Alright, so next one I'm going to go with is Quake. When Quake came out, because
This
it
is
changed
kind of where we're going to split
everything.
off. Yeah, this is where we're going to split off. Quake and Doom are not on my radar, but I know as a PC twat, you'll have all this kind of bollocks.
Right, so Quake, Doom, technically it had multiplayer and all the rest of it, but Doom, I love it to bits, etc., but it wasn't quite a 3D game. Yeah. It was in a different definition, not like a platformer with 3D-ish backgrounds. That's what they call 2.5D these days. It was like 3D levels, but the sprites weren't quite 3D. There was no element of verticality. You basically had auto aim to a certain extent, and you only worried about horizontal basically. With Quake, fully 3D, fully rendered, and the mouse look was the revelation there. All of a sudden, it was the fact that you had this really seamless interface where you could look wherever you wanted. It's the first time you really kind of, I don't know, got that kinesthetic projection where you actually felt like you were in the game, where you were smooth, mouse and keyboard were one. And you were one with the force, and the force.
Never felt that with mouse and keyboard. I know what you're saying.
But there was that. That was one side of it. The other side, and again, Doom got there first, but I just wasn't set up for that back in the day. Right. But the other part was when I went to university. This was just when Quake went out, and the internet was still shit, but the university had a kick-ass LAN. Basically, and getting involved in LAN Quake and playing multiplayer FPS the first time with my buddies. This is how long ago it was. We used to use parallel ports. Do you remember them? The old printer ports. They were like, and I realise people can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying.
An oblong shape with this.
They're like really old printer ports. They were like maybe about 8 times bigger. The actual ports that you plugged in than USB is today. They had the pins.
It literally
actually
was a
on
printer
them.
port in your computer.
Yeah, they a bit like no, they were just like a thing that you plugged. You had all different sockets in the back of your PC like you do nowadays. Yeah. This one in particular, kind of like a SCAR like port or cable. Yeah. That sort of thing. You're old enough, you'll remember. But anyway, so you basically had to get a printer cable, and then you could use that printer cable to jerry-rig 2 PCs together. Right. And because it was a printer cable, you'd literally just be sat next to the person, and then you'd fight them to the death. Right. And that was it, and that was just amazing. Yeah. Basically, and it was just the combination of it. I mean, I know you console guys, you kind of see Halo as like the moment of inception for when like everything that defined a console stew was just crystallized, and boom, there it was. And all of that.
Not for me, because I'm PlayStation. That's
okay.
I have my own route to.
So you're not even all consoles. There's a subsection of consoles you look down on as well.
Xbox is PC. It's bullshit, man. It's bullshit.
I'm not. No, sod off. We're not taking Xbox. Xbox is the last one to get picked at games time. Xbox just play in the corner
the two
on your
have merged now. Like the Xbox, isn't it called like Xbox games on the PC now? Didn't
they
recently change? Like a couple of months ago.
No, Microsoft have been trying that for years. There was games for Windows, games for Windows Live,
Microsoft
Live.
Windows things.
Literally, PC gamers do not give
the weird like box-shaped interface kind of come across. No, I'm just being a twat basically. I do want to say though, I'm not like games are games. Like if you're playing games, fair enough.
Yeah.
Like it really, I like to have a crazy verbal ruck with people about it. 'Cause it's funny. I couldn't give a shit.
Content.
Free
content.
I really couldn't give a shit. The first time I played a game was on a Spectrum, which had no mouse, but it was on a keyboard. So my roots are PC.
And to be honest, I'm genuine. Having just slagged it off, I'm really tempted to get whatever it is, Xbox Live, on my PC now, so I can steal my son's copy of Forza Horizon 4, which I found out from I think one of you guys last night that I can basically download and play the PC version. It's actually the Xbox version that's in his computer, but he'll be asleep. He'll never know. and the fact that they've actually done that, and I don't have to pay anything to play, the equivalent game on the PC is awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, just to wrap my point off, like I said, it was with Quake. There are other games that were kind of on the verge of doing that sort of stuff, but it was the one that crystallised it all. It was like the movement controls were just absolutely eye-opening. The game itself, and just how tight the multiplayer was. You had rocket jumping, you had a beautiful balance of weapons and all that sort of stuff. You had telefragging, you had all these awesome concepts that have just, the cornerstone of gaming. The level of multiplayer. It wasn't just LAN, it was proper internet multiplayer. It was team stuff. There were clans and ladders and all those sorts of things popped up around it. Yeah. And it was just for one game to basically move the dial that much and to be part of that at the time. And things have moved on with a bit with matchmaking and with how games and lobbies and all that are presented, but just so much of the DNA of that still dictates modern online games when you just peel back the surface. Sure. So there you go. Yeah. I give you Quake.
Hooray!
Right. One for you, man.
Okay. Next one would be Ghostbusters on the Spectrum.
Locked, and nobody's inside.
Again,
There's
going back to the
sign on the
Spectrum
door.
game, but it was the very first time a video game gave me a feeling.
Did it give you a 7/8?
It did. When goes are.
Did it give you a spooky? Did it give you a spooky mood? Did you get a spooky down there?
It was the first time a game actually had an atmospheric to it, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So games at that point were just stupid, weird, little, odd, pixelated messes on the screen, and especially on Spectrum, you couldn't have too many colours over another colour. So a sprite would have a black box, and then the sprite would be inside it. So you'd constantly be a black box moving over the screen with some. Oh, there's a hand in the bin there. With the pixel in it. But Ghostbusters actually kind of made me react to the atmosphere of the game. And that was kind of the first time I felt a game could be a little bit more than just like back in the day when adults would say, "Oh, games are for kids." It was the first time that I felt that it would transcend it's just a kids thing. Yeah. There was going to be something else about games at some point. Yeah. Now you've got horror as a genre. And people love getting the shit scared out of playing Resident Evil and like Outlast and all this kind of stuff. But not shit. I like to play Dead Space, all this kind of stuff. But for me, I can trace that back to Ghostbusters because there was a couple of times in that where I was properly scared. Now, that's because I was very young. When you go back and play it, there's nothing in it scary
It's opening
at all.
later tonight at the hotel.
But you've got to think. back in the day when that wasn't even a concept, being scared by a game. It was kind of, for me, groundbreaking. And following on from that, there was a few games after that kind of... Shadow of the Beast 2, that's probably... I'm going to round that in with Ghostbusters. That was the first time I was properly struck by a game. That was probably definitely much
You've
more
actually
scary.
made me re-evaluate my next choice as well with that. So.
Well, yeah. So I'm gonna I'll wrap 2 into 1 here, and then we'll do one more of you, and then we'll kind of move on. But Shadow of the Beast 2,
okay.
There's the intro of that where have you played it? Have you?
I know.
So.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I wish I'd have been the other guy now. Oh no, she's dead.
What happened? What were you doing?
I just went into the corner.
Right.
And the Shadow of the Beast popped out.
Oh fuck!
Right, I know. Right, stop wanking. You got to go and save her.
Before we get him up to her.
No, he's going for it.
Shadow of the Beast.
Yeah.
So in the intro, there's a woman in a hut with a baby. She's tending to a baby, and the Shadow of the Beast comes along and rips the roof off her hut and steals the baby.
Yeah.
As well, I was going to say as a kid, I was probably 14 or 15, and with no other reference point to kind of horror-y stuff apart from heavy metal that I was into at the time. That was very on trend for heavy metal. That was really freaky. And then when you go into the game, it had a gothic kind of weird feel to it, very odd, and I think that game struck a chord with me because of that. The game is incredibly hard, and I couldn't go back and play it and enjoy it without using an invincibility cheat, basically. But yeah,
here we go.
That's got to be up there for me.
Alright, right. Before we go and also
in the street.
Yeah, we'll grab that. I can't believe. Oh, look, they're not. I'm just looking at the parts at the bottom. They're mannequin parts, aren't they? They're not actual.
Yes,
right.
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
We'll let that part off. Right. Anyway, so my last one, I was going to go for because we were talking about games that have feels, basically. You know, and a couple of games that I'd really like to put out there, and if you haven't tried them, and if you go in with an open mind, they're just brilliant advocates of games as an art form, and that's Dear Esther and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Now,
2 games you've told me about before, and I've actually not played.
Now, you have to go in with an open mind. They're called walking simulators. They are. You have to basically go in, chilled out, and just basically waft through the experience. And if you are, you will see there are parts of it which are beautiful. There are parts of it which really make you kind of question what is actually going on in front of you. Yeah. And there are themes in them that really, I don't know, they evoke, I don't know if you want to call them emotions or thoughts or just ideas that you just do not normally get.
This is going back to the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's why I was going to talk about Super Mario World and how amazing the level design was.
Super Mario World.
But I swapped it
Super
for
Mario
this to follow on with you.
World 1, Stage 1, that is forever an eternal level that is like stuck in my brain. It is incredible. I think there's an extra credits on how that game, how that level is genius in the way.
No, Super Mario Brothers, that is.
Right.
I was talking about the SNES one, which is Super Mario World, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. But sorry, but yeah, back to
Yeah. But those games, and just the ability. And this is actually me kind of harking back to a wider, like, putting my flag in the sand of why I love games. Like, at the end of the day, what perennially annoys me about the narrative that's used around games when you talk about the media and basically people who don't play games is, it's just for kids, it's violent, or this or that. Yeah. That's bollocks. Games, at the end of the day, they're a medium. Yeah. It's basically an interactive medium. Just like film is a medium that you watch and listen to, music is a medium that you just listen to, books and comics or anything like that, that's a medium that you basically construct you know, the sound and the vision and the, you know, everything else. You actually construct that in your mind.
Yeah.
You know, so games, they are another medium and they are in their infancy.
Yeah.
But any time when you see a game like this, that actually, instead of like just conforming to the stereotype that like a son reader or a male reader might get angry about, any time where you see a game, I don't want to say as a piece of art because it gets all convoluted, you know. You know, and you start to sort of sabotage your own point.
tied to walking simulators.
But any time you see a game that just kind of, it's not trying to tell one of the well-trodden stories. It's just using games as a medium to express, you know, whatever the designers want to say. Then I think that's brilliant, and there are loads of other examples I could give of that, like the Wolfenstein remake. Weirdly, you know, it was over-the-top action and actually genuinely sincere, heart-rending character buildings in the cutscenes. You know,
I think I've not played them, but there's quite a famous scene where I think a husband beats his wife up, or there's a dog involved, and I think he kills the dog. I think that was it was cited by quite a lot of websites and stuff, and that was very telling point that journalists have picked up that game, played it, and then they just picked on that bit to show over and over again. It's kind of like
I feel constantly. I feel a need to defend games because I'm so passionate about it. You know, and I love it as a medium, and you know, anything like that. That genuinely just steps out of the basic tropes that everyone expects. I absolutely applaud. And again, you know, you may get bored as fuck by Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, but give it a go because you might find something. And I really am going to wrap this up. Just a couple more things to finish it off. Right, Everyone's Gone to the Rapture specifically. If you want to know where me and Richard live, it's pretty much a direct model of like the area of the country. Like, it's scary.
Right.
It's like, you need to play it. You remember the villages down the road where we used to play football? They've basically taken that village. That is where it's based.
Right.
It's like, but anyway, and the other one I just want to leave you guys with is a really good example of this, and I'll give Richard the show notes for it afterwards. But there's and I don't actually want to explain it too much, but you need to Google Korean Not Game. That NOTGAME. I'm going to Google it on my phone while we talk. And I don't want to explain anything more about it. It's only a 5-minute experience.
Okay, yeah.
And all I want you to do is just kind of turn everything off in your room and just play it. And it doesn't give you any instructions. Just do what you feel is right. And at the end of the 5-minute experience, you'll see exactly what I mean about how games can be used to trigger an emotion. Amazing.
Okay.
That's it. I'm done.
The text
Drop the mic.
One. I remember you being really into that for a while. But yeah, like while we're all saying this, like the number one game for me, like that's really changed my view of games, has to be The Last of Us as well. And perhaps that's a future game that we do this podcasty kind of thing on in the future, because you being a PC twat, you've never played Last of Us, and you're not likely to, but it is the number one game. So all that stuff I was talking about, the feelings you get from a game, suddenly, you know, realising games are a different medium, they transcend books and film in a different way, they draw you in. This is the first time a game has done that and excelled in it.
Yeah.
So Shadow of the Beast, that did that. It gave you a feeling, but that was a cutscene that did that.
Yeah.
Lots
Everyone
of games
talks
have
about
meaningful
the
cutscenes. The game was good, but it's a puzzler, and it's like a gothic puzzler sort of thing. But Last of Us, you really, really feel for the characters. Yeah. There's little things. One thing I always say about Last of Us is the growth that happens in the game that you don't realise is happening. they put in tiny little mechanic. Well, it's not a mechanic, but a little thing in the game where Ellie, at the start of the game, whistles, and she can't whistle. She'll whistle every so often throughout the adventure, but at the end of the game, she can properly whistle. Sounds like a stupid little thing, but it's a subconscious thing that she gets better at during the game. It's like a little metaphor for her relationship with Joel and about life and how she's grown up, basically, and how the effects of the world and what's going on around her, like steal her, make her into a woman. It's kind of, that's what it's trying to say. It's just a brilliant game for that, and there's just so much more around it. Some of the characters you come across, their little stories and the things that happen, the double crosses or the left field things that happen, it's just fantastic, and it is my favourite game of all time. It's fucking brilliant.
I haven't seen Agent Ro for a while.
We're getting lipped off.
Oh yeah, we're getting lipped off by Shuddery Shoulders.
Yeah, old Shudder Shoulders. So we should check, is anyone actually still watching? I reckon we've just been talking to ourselves.
That is quite possible, but I don't mind that really. It's nice that people kind of want to watch.
Is anyone actually still watching? Hello, if you are. I think you're finding this vaguely interesting. And if you are, I just give...
There's 30 people watching. So
we need 2 more. Right.
And we've gone up as subscribers, so we're no longer 302.
Nice. Wow. Boo, but then we can get to 320.
Yeah, 320 is the target.
Right, anyway, I
is going to run naked through the streets.
Yeah. Whilst Richard rides on my back drinking shot after shot.
Okay, well that's a deal.
With a riding crop in his hand and a little jockey helmet. Now I have just googled on my phone Korean Knot game, so NOTGAME, and it's the first kind of proper actual link you get, but it's game trekking. If you find that, take 10 minutes out of your life, and for those 10 minutes, the impact that you'll get out of that will just sum up everything I'm saying about games. Cool. Anyway, let's stop, let's play some games, and let's park the game experiences thing, because we can open that box when we've run out of stuff to say next time.
Yeah, indeed.
Right, anyway. Poor Ray. This means we can't invite her next time. We need to find a guy.
Screwed.
Yeah, we need to... Oh, stop wanking about it. Right, anyway, let's pick up...
No, his notebook is jiggling. Both notebooks are jiggling.
Is it you don't want to rub them up against each other? It'll create a time paradox.
Definitely Agent Ray's
post-it
notebook.
note will come out.
I will of course refrain from perusing its contents. Agent Protocol.
Right, look at my own notebook then. Fingerprint the murder weapon.
Oh, so...
Right, anyway, this is just stuff to do.
No, but is she, like, because she's got her own, like, agenda... Right.
No, she's definitely been murdered by Space Ghost.
You think she's been murdered?
Yeah, well, Space Ghost came out and...
That's true, but I don't know, from the thumbnails and stuff I've seen of this, it's the 2 of them, so...
Yeah. Well, maybe we can unmurder her somehow later on. Let's assume that she's been murdered. So Ray can be involved in the next stream, but she has to wear a wig. And then we'll be all good. Cool. Right, anyway, these are just his notes.
This is
so literally nothing
stuff we missed about the Tron machines as well.
Right, look at... Go on, she's in there, you twat.
The trash can.
Right. Open trash.
I'm not opening up that disgusting trash can.
Okay.
Pretty disgusting.
So did you look at both
I don't want to
books?
pick that up. I can't push that.
I'll try. I think he's being a bit coy.
Definitely Agent Ray's notebook. I will of course refrain from perusing its contents. Agent Protocol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's open the door. Oh. I don't know, I'm a bit lost now. I mean, we were just randomly... I just like the neon on this. That's all that I wanted to do.
Game design, like, kind of dictates that if you put a big shiny thing there, you're going to attract the player. So
yeah, and now Ray's dead. And she's only just got her little emoticon as well.
Damn you!
It's gutted. We could have saved 50 quid there. Damn it,
Oh,
baby.
so Fancy Nancy Flowers is closed, and we've got a flower. There's a bit of a link there.
Oh, we've lost
Not
our
much of a link.
camera. Oh, and whilst we were talking bollocks, I did go back and try and take a picture of the corpse, but we only had one Polaroid photo, like actual bit of film,
okay.
so that's why we couldn't do it.
I'm not doing
No, this is back there.
Hello, Reno. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is quite annoying. No, sir. Yes, sir. They have been taken care of. Yes, sir. Permanently. Oh, yes, sir. Violently. No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, wrestling was quite good tonight. Goodbye, sir.
Ah, okay. So was he talking about wrestling?
We gotta be careful now. We gotta be careful because they're clearly. This guy's like he's got a contract out on his head.
Well, was he just talking about wrestling though?
No, he said he was going to go off to the wrestling, and then in the meantime, he was also saying that he'd taken care of both of us.
They've been taken care of. He could have been, because we've not both been taken care of.
Exactly. So I think someone's after us, but let's hope we don't die instantly. Mind you, that would be a good finishing point. How long are we going on for anyway? Because
well, we started at 7. We're at 9:34 at the moment.
Ah, we've gone on 2 minutes too long. Damn it! What do the Viewingtons think? Are we? Because that's kind of a session, isn't it? So we keep going for a bit, or are we done?
Well, I'm happy to keep going, but you're right. It's whether people are
I
still.
think content-wise, we have milked that out of raw.
Well, we still got questions. That's the thing.
What have you?
Yes, we've still got 30 people watching. So.
Well, I've asked the question, so we'll see what the chat says. Shall we end this abomination of it?
So Cam says 2 more hours.
We love you.
Let's do this. I've got enough booze. I've not even touched
Alright,
my beer yet.
Saturday night. I've got no plans.
Basically, you need to chill out, BJ, and just keep playing.
Alright, fair. I might go and have to get a beer from the car.
Yeah, I need to have a Waz as well. So, well, you go and get your beer. I'll see what happens in this for a little bit, and then I'll have
And then we'll go back to questions.
a little vapage.
Nice. Alright, little pit stop, and then we're back in the game.
Okay.
You go right. Don't get murdered, and then stop wanking into your trousers. You dirty.
There's one thing I like
Shifty
to do.
Wankatron with his little chainmail vest that he's got on. And
Well, you'll do now. I've got a couple of questions. Actually, I was quite interested by Nightcat's question. Mushrooms, harmless food or sinister conspiracy of mesh-networked fungal species? Oh no, sorry, fungal spies. This kind of like resonated with me because yesterday.
Where can Agent Ray be?
Well, Saturday today. You know, yesterday I watched a video on the biggest living thing on Earth, and everyone say it's the blue whale, but there's a network of trees in America, which is, if you add it all together, is much bigger.
Okay.
There's also a network of fungi, which is
fungi
much bigger, but fungi is 90% water, where trees are a lot denser. So there's like this kind of rivalry between one or the other. It's kind of a couple of gangs where they're
I was
wearing
gonna
leather
say,
jackets and like
yeah,
square up to each other.
Yeah, like West Side Story. Like,
yeah.
like do it like,
You're
like
all
camp dance
there's,
fighting.
Yeah, there's more of us though.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, but if they say there's more of us, that means they lose. Because their whole argument is there's more of me. I'm not 17 trees, I'm 1 tree.
Well, yeah, they've intrinsically ballsed it up then. In that
Yeah,
case,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, see, we sorted that one out. Done.
But yeah, no, like that's it. I found that quite interesting. Like, it's quite a massive. Both things are in America as well, but it was like over a huge area. But as for mushrooms, like they are a wacky drug that I used to pretty much enjoy until I had a shitload of them and mix them with Coke and alcohol, and then realised that was a cocktail. It was a little bit too much for me.
A little bit of a
And
spicy meal.
had a bit
You
of
know
a,
this is going out, Rich.
Yeah, yeah. Like that.
Mind you, there's
Agent
that
Ray?
kind of that kind of
Agent Ray,
internet
can you hear
thing
me?
of it's too late for anyone to prove any of this.
Can you be arrested for saying once I had mushrooms?
Yeah.
I had too many mushrooms.
Oh, is
and
it?
that
I
taught
thought
me a
we were
fucking
just
lesson.
talking. I just thought we were talking about general mushrooms.
No, I haven't had mushrooms for 10 years, I think, and it spanked my ass so
Right,
hard.
no, but
that
it's
session.
Nightcat asking just about general mushrooms.
No,
I was going to talk about
I've just gone off
normal
on a
mushrooms.
tandem, and as soon as I saw
On a
mushrooms, I was
tandem.
like, yeah, that's quite a funny one to talk about.
You and your...
I took so many that night that someone's dad turned up, and they were sat on the end of like a sofa. And
Saying, come here,
he was
Richard.
wearing,
That happened.
He was
That
wearing
actually
like,
happened.
He was wearing a Cosby jumper.
Yeah, that's
so
probably...
like a 90s, 80s kind of jumper.
Yeah.
And the weird Cosby
Stroking
pattern on it
your
just
ankles.
emanated out from it. And that was it. That was a catalyst. I knew I was fucked. It was New Year's Eve, actually. And that was it. As soon as the patterns from his jumper took off, I was like, oh no, that's pretty much my night screwed.
Yeah.
I've done too much of this. I wish I never had
See,
done.
viewers, we could have ended it. We could have ended it there. But no, we're going to plough on. So, all I was going to say was we get mushrooms growing on the farm. I quite like going out and picking them. Yeah. That was it. That was all I was going to say.
Mushrooms or eating mushrooms.
Wish I had a walkie-talkie so I could call Agent Ray.
Just eating mushrooms. Weirdly, I'm not, generally speaking, I'm not really a mushroom fan, but there's something about picking your own. I like to think I hunt them. So, I use my cunning to sneak up on them.
So, I like raw mushrooms, but I don't like cooked mushrooms.
Well, these ones, some of them are massive, and again, I'm gesticulating with my hands. They're, you know, kind of saucer sized, or like kind of these sort of small, medium sized
like,
dinner plates.
Isn't that like, is it beef mushroom?
Captain Beefheart's
Captain
trout face.
Beefheart.
Was it trout mask replica mushrooms? Yeah, that was it.
I don't know.
I still need to.
I don't know why I was
album.
even thinking of beef mushrooms. What the fuck?
No, I think there's something like that. Yeah, you get big uns on the farm.
You get big boys on the farm.
You get big boy mushrooms on the farm.
You got a lighter? I need to open this beer and some. Oh, that's.
Oh, I've got a bottle opener, but you can try and burn it off if you want.
Oh no, I'll go for the bottle opener.
Vaguely gaming related.
Which reminds me. Oh no, we're going to the next segment I'd arranged after you've gone for your whatever you're going to do.
Well, how do I get out the front door of your house?
Oh, okay. So in the kitchen, there's like a bowl above the microwave.
Listen to this for thievery purposes.
Oh shit, yeah.
I'll just go and have a fag and I'll do that.
Well, no, go into my room, open a window, just chuff out of there.
Alright, fair enough. Go.
Okay. So, right, yeah, what am I doing? So.
Nothing like you should be.
Let's go in here.
Son of a bitch.
Don't kick my wheels.
Son of a bitch. I actually stumped 3 of my toes at the same fucking time.
Excellent.
Welcome to Quickie Pal. Can I help you find anything?
Oh, he's got a doodad, a Venus flytrap on there, a penis head plant, and a I love rocket weed.
Sorry, that wasn't a plant.
Let me know if I can help you with anything.
So, all I've got is a poster and a plant that's...
Need an I'm sorry card? We have a great selection.
Talk to him.
Hi there, I'm Quickie Pal Leonard. How can I help you? I'm Junior Special Agent Reyes. I'm not Holden, if that's what you're thinking.
I might just... What are you drinking?
Beer Marathi.
Oh, I might just have a little bit of that.
Oh, it's a bitching. Well, yeah, that's going to lead on to the next section, so go and have your fag, and then we'll talk about it in a second. Okay, do you know anything about the body in the river? Tell me a bit about yourself, Leonard. Oh, Leonard, that ties in. Dun, dun, dun.
It is. He's
Go and have your fun. Go and have your fun. We'll be here forever.
I'm never going to leave.
There's so many threads unravelling right now.
Oh my god, this is meta, man. This is like next gen meta.
Oh, and there's a rat on the screen.
Right, I'm going. Mine. Ron Jeremy, you're a fucking genius.
Bloody Ron Jeremy. And I'm going to have a look around your store.
It's been long enough. Maybe you should just try switching to Agent Ray.
What? Oh my god.
I need to stay focused and solve this murder so I can get on with my plan.
High five.
An arm extended in friendship or supplication. Hard to tell.
Okay.
Certainly looks fake.
Ah, fake arm. Can't go past there. Can we do anything? Walk to valve. Okay, use valve.
I can't. Looks like this valve has been welded into position forever.
Okay, so that's probably a big fuck you. You can't do anything with it. We'll carry on walking this way. We haven't got a key. Right. Can we do anything here? So pull.
I'm looking for an escape route, but I'm looking to go up, not down.
Okay. This wall is cracked. That's a video game trope. Push. Pull. Use. No. Okay. Right at the start, there was a. Actually, let's have a look at these.
The only thing I get from poking around these boxes is a case of sneezes. The only thing I get from poking around these... I can't pull that. I can't push that.
Not having any of that. So we can go up there. Why would we be down there if it's just easy to get out? Okay, let's go up. Fuck it.
It's sealed shut. No way to open it.
Balls. PJ's back. Dun, dun, dun.
Hello, Areno.
So, Ike, he just said, why don't we switch to Agent what's her name? And I did, and then she's on the floor in the sewers.
Yay, she's still alive. Cool. We don't need to play whoever the hell, whatever the hell we nicknamed the other twat that we don't like. Go on,
so,
Ray.
Yeah. I've been down to. You can go along here. That's just a
we still
fake
got all that
skeleton.
stuff.
So we're kind of trapped in here.
Cool.
Enjoy. I'm going
Alright.
for a waz.
Let's do some trapping. Alright, you're off. Tactic. No, tactic card.
Slaters!
There we go. Right. Now let's have a game of what can we discover in Richard's room. 7-inch black mamba. Moist. Now, to be honest, what you're seeing on screen right now does actually look quite a lot like the room that I'm in with Richard. I'm slightly worried I might not be able to get out. I might be stuck here. You guys might have to help me. Oh, the room goes on. Has he gone this way yet? Oh, can I? I was going to smash the lights. Remember we smashed the lights right at the start, but I don't have the rock anymore. I don't think I've got anything I can open that with. Oh, that looks like a clue. Let's have a look at the red box, see what
It's a
she's got to say.
closed red box.
Because I reckon we will get to know that number later on. And I reckon that'll be someone who can help us out. He's like a mysterious helper of some sort. That's what I reckon. Right, let's try and open the manhole anyway. This is the way
I'm
out.
looking for an escape route, but I'm looking to go up, not down.
Okay, have we got anything we could touch stuff with? Oh, hold on. There's a bit of a crack there. I was just thinking if we hit it with something, we might get somewhere. no. See, this is the problem with like me not having actually paid attention to anything we've done so far. Let's have a look at the box.
The only thing I get from poking around these boxes is a case of sneezes.
Yeah. So the valve. Maybe we can pull the valve.
I can't budget.
Maybe we can use our
I
plastic
can't
thing.
put it in there.
Can I pick up the skeleton?
It's made of plastic. No murder here.
Yeah, I still want it though. Just because it hasn't been murdered. Can I not just have a plastic skeleton hand?
So you're just fiddling with the skeleton?
I've been... I've just been walking around doing a bit of say what I'm doing, so the viewington's probably really bored. But basically, the gist is, if we go, I'll show you actually. If we go this way, basically it keeps going.
So Vandal says this is one of the few games he's completed recently.
Okay. So
so I've not clicked on that thing that's on the wall, the red. Walk to red box.
Oh, you can open it. Oh, use the payphone.
Okay.
Yeah. So I said in emergency call, and it's got someone's name, Natalie Natalie and Brilliant. Ah. I would always call her, regardless of the emergency. Walk to the payphone. Let's try and use it. We haven't got any money. Oh, use the payphone.
It needs a dime to work.
Of course it does.
Oh, what's that? A speck of dust.
Look at the speck of dust.
It's a speck of dust.
Yeah, I want
Fuck
it.
you, game.
I want it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That is going to be vital at some point later on.
Yeah, no, that is a Ron Jeremy, like, he's pissing himself.
Ron Jeremy, the things he can do, the smutty things that he can do in the speck of dust.
There's another speck of dust.
Oh, yeah, I'm starting a connection. Right. Oh, no! Right.
Pull.
I can't pull that.
Push it.
I can't push that.
What? How weak are you?
Well, pick it up.
Try and use it. Alright, I'll just pick it up. There we go. Yeah,
So,
I've got 2 specks of dust.
Nice.
Right, yeah, there we go. I'm stocking up on my dust. I'm stockpiling dust. Oh, these dusty crates are full of dust.
Yeah.
Right, let's try and pick up.
I don't want to pick that up.
No, I just want the dust.
So
I'm rattling,
I
man.
don't
I
want
need
to
my
pick that
fix of dust. Is that it? Just 2 specks of dust.
Oh, and there's a big pile of dust. With
Yeah, but then it goes, oh, you can't have any fun with my skeleton. And it doesn't let you do anything. And this... Oh, there's shit here as well. Okay.
I didn't try that valve.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, good spot. Oh, walk to
Yeah,
speck of dust.
I'm picking you up. Give me the speck of dust.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got 3
nice.
specks of dust.
Okay.
I reckon if you get enough, it will form the constellation Orion, and then you can use that as the 7th symbol to open the Stargate, and then you and Kurt Russell can go off on a slightly twee and not really politically correct adventure to go and save some people. Right.
So this vent here.
I
what
can't
about that?
turn
Try
this
that.
one either.
Anything over there?
We are. Walk to tunnel of nowhere. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's what she said. Woo. I've got nothing that does anything. Right, open the tunnel.
I can't open that.
It's literally the tunnel if you can't even go
that
nowhere.
valve.
Yeah.
I've not looked at that.
Okay, let's try and pull it.
I can't budget.
Push
I
it.
can't budget.
Look at it.
This valve has also been
The
welded
other
into
one-
position.
Yeah, the other one in the other room was welded into position as well.
Welded. I reckon. I just like the way you say words. To be honest.
Welded.
Pull the sewer grate.
It's sealed shut. No way to open it. It's sealed shut. No way to open it.
That said,
I can see a Quickie Pal store.
Oh.
Oh, okay, alright. Let's do this. Right. There we go.
I see.
Right. Open the doors. Here we go.
Okay. Before we do this, I'm going to move on to a new section. It's called Biscuit Dickhead. Okay. So, in my last stream, me and Ray talked before we did anything about biscuits for about an hour, and if you remember back to one of the P32 streams about me explaining what biscuit dickhead was, and I'll just recap that for people. Back in the day,
I want to know this.
Well, you were on the
stream. Your beer while
you're gonna have to refresh your palate, or cleanse your palate.
Right, thank you.
Okay, so when I was probably about 14, 15, there was a certain area we used to patrol looking for the ladies. Do you know what I mean?
Was it outside St Mary's Convent School?
That was one of the areas. that was later on when we could get booze at 16. Even though I looked 12, we could still buy booze at a certain shop.
Because you had three pubes growing up.
Yeah, I got those 3 pubes. And I rocked up to that shop. But yeah, anyway, so there was this climbing frame thing that had like a kind of weird hut on top of it. One day I was in there.
What, in the shop?
The hut. No, in the hut, not in the shop. And I decided to graffiti it because I was a rebel. I had a whole leather jacket, jeans with turn-ups and white socks, all that kind of West Side Story style stuff.
Yeah. Did you have a flick comb?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
You did?
No, I didn't.
Oh, good.
But yeah, I thought it'd be really cool if I graffitied it. So I thought, what the hell can I graffiti? I'll graffiti my own name in that. That's what graffiti dudes do. So I graffitied Rich T in there, thinking that was kind of a cool. Hey, I'm Rich T. At the time, it was kind of hip hoppy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Rich T.
Rich to the T.
Yeah, exactly. But in England, there's a biscuit called Rich T, which I kind of enjoyed at the time.
I like a
hadn't
Rich
really
T
thought
biscuit.
about it. But
they're seen as like the poor cousin of digestives, but I prefer a Rich Tea to a digestive.
Fuck, but
you can do
digestive's much nicer.
Right, Cadbury's. Can I go on a tangent? Or
yes, but it's leading me onto a tangent, and I'm getting twitchy about this tangent. So you better fucking hurry up.
It's just all it is a bit of public service announcement to those people who are listening for whatever fucking reason you're listening.
Yeah, why would you?
Yeah,
idiots.
Fucking just do something better with your life. But anyway, no, actually, I'm going to take that back. Listen to this next 10 seconds and then go do something better with that. So, Rich Tea biscuits on their own, they're kind of stock staple biscuits, but Cadbury's do a version, and it's Rich Tea biscuits with Cadbury's chocolate. Everyone knows chocolate digestives. Now imagine Cadbury's Rich Tea biscuits. They're the nicest of all of the standard biscuits. They really are. But the problem is they're buggers to track down. They used to do them in my local Tesco's, and they've stopped doing them. There's a Cadbury store in the outlet village in Swindon. That's the only place in like about a 20-mile radius that I can see them. So it's a big, I guess, shout out to the viewers. See if you can hunt down, and they have not just any chocolate.
Chocolate Rich Tea.
Yeah, they have to be Cadbury's chocolate.
Yeah.
And
I think if you're English, or if you're British, if you're from the UK, then Cadbury's chocolate you just can't beat it. There's no better chocolate. And the Americans normally do food a lot better than us, but there's one thing they can't do, and that's chocolate.
Yeah.
We've got
and bread, and there's quite a few things about.
I don't know. I think they're pretty good at bread. Like the French think they're great at bread.
The French are great at bread. The French are the best at bread.
They've nailed the baguette.
Well, it's your patisseries and your boulangeries. It's bread, pastry.
Loaf, that's a staple here.
Yeah, but it's
the cob loaf. Oh, I love the cob loaf.
But that is your French style of loaf, though. It's crusty, it's fresh on the inside, it's that sort of thing. Last time I was in France, we stayed over in St Malo on the way back, And for those who don't know, St Malo, it's basically a port. It's like Calais or something. But there's this beautiful, I think, 16th century kind of walled city right next to the port, and you can actually go and stay in it. It's a massive tourist attraction. It's like real Disneyland inside. It's absolutely beautiful. We got up really early in the morning after having stayed there and just having the most fantastic time, like walking around the place. And there were all of the locals who actually lived in the place, like the people who run the hotels and the restaurants and stuff. They had got up in the morning at like 6, 7 in the morning to go out, get their paper, and they were all queued at the local boulangerie and patisserie, getting their croissants, getting their bread and all that. Yeah. That is how it should be. That is proper bread. Yeah. Like they actually get up every morning, they go out. I'm presuming by the time they've hit like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, any bread left, that's gone. Yeah, yeah. You know, 16-hour bread, fuck that. Yeah, yeah. If you're French, you take your bread fucking properly. You go and get some more. You have to bake it within 20 minutes of eating it. Yeah, that's how you have your bread.
Croissant's not a bread though. I just got to put that out there.
Yeah, wow. I was bread in brackets and pastries. But that is the ultimate for bread. But yeah, getting back to it, American bread, it's kind of, they have that kind of sweet sort of, it's almost like foam. That's not bread. It's wrong. It's wrong. Anyway,
I just want to reel it back to biscuits. So, rich tea. I'm a coffee drinker. You're not a hot drinker at all, are you? No. But I'm a coffee drinker, and biscuits in general, cookies, biscuits, whatever, are better with coffee. Rich tea, better with tea. Got to go with tea.
Okay. Alright, so now understanding the point of rich tea biscuits. Cool. Right. The problem is,
did I get to the end of the biscuit?
No, this is what I was saying. You've reached the end of your tangent, but we haven't.
Me on the biscuit.
We haven't remembered. We haven't actually got back to the main trunk, the main shaft of the conversation that we came to.
Being a rebel with my leather jacket and my Thunderbirds leather jacket on, with my turn-up jeans and my white socks,
your West Side Story,
my greased slick-back hair, the duck's ass haircut. So, like a week later, I come back to that
duck's ass haircut.
The DA. So I rocked up.
I'm going to speak to the DA. Goddammit. I'm taking this to the DA.
I rocked up in there expecting to admire my artwork of me writing rich tea on the thing. Someone had written biscuit dickhead next to it. Now,
that was brilliant.
I could have been mad.
Oh, that is brilliant.
I could have been mad, and I could have scribbled it out. But I just thought that was pure genius.
He showed you. He showed you. He did. Put you right in your place.
But I had to bow down to it. I had, you know, there's sometimes
you got owned, man.
You have to just drop to a knee and just accept the jizz in your face. There's certain times when you just have to take a load, lap it up, and just say fair enough.
Okay. All right. Can I give you? Can I? Now that's been put in context for me. That's. I'm now going to fill you in on a little biscuit dickhead update.
Oh, okay.
Because I've been puzzling why that phrase has existed.
You were there when I've told this. I've told
Probably,
this story.
I don't always listen
most
to you,
of the
Richard.
P32 stories.
I'm barely listening to you now.
Every week. We say the same stories as if they're fresh as fuck. That's the theme. So Beaver's girlfriend won't hang out with us because we repeat the same shitty stories. She's got a point. It must be boring as fuck.
She's really sour. She just doesn't like us enough.
It must be boring as fuck being on the peripheral and having to listen to the same boring stories when we get drunk, just telling them over and over again. For some reason, the P32 crew are just back every week listening to the same old shit. Anyway, come on.
Right. Now, all I was going to say is
the biscuit dickhead
because Owen's picked it up.
Oh my god!
And Owen's banging on about it, and basically, we've had massive Well, not arguments,
Right.
but genuinely, when we had that clutch of kittens a few months ago, one of them was going to be called Biscuit Dickhead.
Oh my God.
And I didn't know why. I didn't know why. He just kept saying that they kept talking about it on the stream.
Is there one called Biscuit Dickhead?
No.
Oh.
We didn't.
I would have asked you there and then if we could.
We went for and we lost. I won't say lost. We've some of them
have died.
No deaths this time.
Okay.
Yeah, there are a few of them that have gone to live with sort of one of his mates' family has got one. Catherine's sister's got a couple, and all the rest of them. But the ones that left, there's one called Masky, which is short for mascot, because Owen decided that the Sausage Squad needed a mascot, and it had 2 ginger dots on it, and we thought one could be Ian and one could be Luke. So that was the theory there. So that's called Masky or mascot. There was another one. There was another one called, and I was really proud of this one. It was called Kittler.
Kittler, right?
Because it had a little. It actually under its nose, just the end of its nose, it's like a sort of tortoiseshell, sort of quite, but sort of darker than normal, sort of brown cat.
Yeah.
But it's just under the nose, around the nose. It's got a little hippotash. Yeah. So Kittler, possibly going into Catler.
Right. Yeah.
And then, I can't remember the name. We had some awesome names, but they've gone, so they're dead now. They're all probably dead, like Rosie and Kitty Puss Puss and stuff like that.
You've killed the cats. You couldn't name them, so you just snapped their necks and chucked them in a bin.
No, you can't. The cat's gone off. The cat wouldn't.
If they haven't got a name,
it's got a new family. It's got a new name.
Folks are brutal.
I can't dead name can't dead name the kid. It's moving on with its life.
Right. We need to get into the Biscuit Dickhead.
This again, all we're doing, this is you setting up whatever the fuck we're doing. Right.
Yeah, it's taken a while. So,
I don't think you set it up either.
Well, yeah.
What were we talking about?
Me and Ray, on the last stream, we just talked about biscuits for an hour before we actually did any streaming of a game. So
I'm going to see if I can buy any biscuits.
That's a good point, actually. That would be amazing.
Sorry, Ray. I'll save you in a minute.
We said it'd be awesome if we could just do a biscuit review site, because we went on to talk about how many biscuits we fucking love. So I thought this is a perfect opportunity. This is a kind of a podcasty kind of thing. So I was thinking back. I really like Dragon's Den. I love to watch Dragon's Den. And some
buy a fine leather jacket?
Thought he would make biscuits for when you're drinking certain sorts of booze. So I thought it tied in nicely. So I thought, well, I'm going to be drinking Sainsbury's Finest, but I'm not really sure there's a biscuit that's going to tie up with bourbon too well. So I saw these, and they pair up with beer. That's why I said with the
Let me know if I can help you find anything.
Okay.
Apparently these are paired up with beer, but the thing is they are mature cheddar, chili, and almond. Now,
don't forget
if someone said,
camera.
"Do you want a biscuit?"
My boss
and I
likes
go,
happy
what
people.
flavour? And they went mature cheddar, chili, and almond. I'll be like, "Fuck off."
No, I'm up for that. Let's do this.
Okay.
Right, and I think if they're teamed with it, I think what we need to do,
really
and I think you should go first, is you need to put a couple of biscuits in your mouth and then a full mouthful of beer at the same time.
We need to do them a service first. We need to kind of
let me know if I can help you with anything.
No, it's only if you think they're listening and they're going to give you free shit.
Well,
is it Sainsbury's related?
I bought it in Sainsbury's, yeah.
Robbie, send us a crate of bourbon.
But we should really. I kind of want to dig around. So I want to do this as an add-on to these podcast things. Is it a podcast?
Do you know my cousin Bernie?
So we should expand. So normally I'll do a bit of research and I'll probably just talk about it. 'Cause at some point it's going to be Jaffa.
This time I want to smash that entire pack of biscuits in your mouth. And then I'm going to dent this chair.
They're only little, but so from the box is quite nicely. It's like hipster designed. It's got a nice feel.
Let me know.
You're asking me to feel your. There you go. I put my hands in the cupping position.
It's got
Richard is stroking
a
my
nice
hands
robust feel to it. But so it's from the Drinks Bakery.
You're doing this. You're
Want to buy a fine leather jacket?
Blatantly. It says drinks biscuits, flavoured to match Belgian beer, barrel-aged beer, lager, cider, Riesling, whatever that is, Malbec,
Let me know if I can
is,
help.
There aren't any
Peaky
maps left.
Islay whiskey.
The sheriff
So
came by a bit ago
it's a
and
whiskey
nabbed all the
biscuit
maps.
as well.
Didn't
That's
even
cool.
pay for them. Something about immature
The
dominion.
Drinks
or
Bakery creates
something
delicious
like that.
savoury snacks, savoury, that are expertly flavour profiled.
Oh, you're making me. Can I eat the biscuits or something?
Yeah, if you shut up and let me.
You're just reading from a packet, right?
I am. Yeah. You need to back off.
I've thought about it. I've learned the error of my ways. Okay. I'm now fully on board this biscuit endorsement. Endorphin.
You need to let me endorphin these last two
I
paragraphs.
tell you what, I love it so much that I'm going to hype man it from here on out.
Right, you have 2 paragraphs to withstand.
Okay, go for it. I'm on board. I'm on the train.
Your reward is biscuits. Okay?
All right, do it.
Okay, the Drinks Bakery creates delicious savoury snacks that are excellent flavour profile
How about
to
that
match
sunset?
great
Richard
drinks
Biscuit
for more
2.0.
discerning palates. We passionately
Loving
believe your
the
taste
biscuits.
buds deserve
Much
far
respect
better
to
than
the
run-of-the-mill
biscuits.
crisps.
Don't forget
Richie
about
T
my
and the
old
Biscuit
camera.
Biscs.
My boss likes
Now
happy people.
that's a brave call. If you're drinking beer, would you rather eat crisps, nuts, wasabi peas, or biscuits? Now, just without
Let me know if I can
knowing
help you
the
find
wacky
anything.
flavour profile, air quotes that was.
Oh, I do. I like wasabi peas, but I
fucking love wasabi
Yeah, I
peas.
love
They're
them.
bitching and
But you
Let me know if I can
can't.
help you with anything.
You know,
Like,
you
give
can
or take
have
crisps,
too many.
because crisps are just
Yeah,
an
out of that
everyday
list,
item.
crisps at the bottom.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
you know, if you need something.
They're
fine.
bitching, but and
I
nuts,
personally am really
depends
fond of the
what kind
chocolate
of
bonbons.
nuts. But
My
again-
nuts. Eat my nuts, Richard.
Right, okay. So wasabi peas. So we've made it our mission to end the tyranny of thoughtless snacks.
How can I help you? I'm not
dun.
holding if that's
Right,
what you're
okay.
thinking.
Right, so right. Put them in your mouth. I'm
Okay,
going to pour
yeah.
beer in.
Okay.
You got to have it at the same time. You got to gargle it together.
Okay. Let me just. I feel cleansed. Right.
Right, now you need.
So we need to
Your
remember these are matured cheddar, chili, and almond.
Right.
How do you say almond, by the way?
You're freaking me out, man. You're in my head,
Are
man.
you
You're in
almond
my head.
or almond?
I honestly don't know because you said it. When you said it, before you even asked me, I was there trying to think how I would say it.
See, I don't
And
like
now that-
almond. It's almond.
Almond. Yeah, I think I'd say it as if it's almond.
Yeah, but it's
And everyone
obviously
else would.
spelled
So therefore,
almond.
you would say it like almond or something.
Well, so we need to do this like a proper professional. So I need to get a proper.
Get your head out of my quote.
There's definitely a cheese.
Get your
A
head
cheese
out of my
head.
quote.
Oh, there's a cheese head. Get the cheese head in your face. There's
Get your
overwhelming,
cheese head out of my-
overwhelming cheese head. So at the moment they smell like cheese straws.
Oh, I'm googling. I don't think anyone's watching. I think why the fuck would anyone be watching this?
There is. We got 37.
We've got.
Yeah. They want to know. You're holding up the cheese biscuit tasting. So they're very much like cheese sticks basically.
Right.
So we're gonna go for one. So I've lost the beer flavour. So you need.
Put at least 3 in your mouth with full beer.
No, that's
and then
not.
gargle the national anthem. You're right.
You can't just mash them into a big
go
fat
on, that's what you got to do.
drunk
Come on.
mouth.
Internet content.
No.
Have a shot.
So you need
Have
an
a
air
shot.
ratio. So you taste with air.
Oh fuck.
Okay. That's why
Oh, man,
wine
you
tasters
put
do that
your
like
mouth in my
gurgling
brain.
thing. It's because it's letting air across their nose. You taste with your nose, basically. So,
Is this what you do when you're streaming on your own?
I don't.
Do you describe
I
random
talked about doing
packaging?
this, so
Right.
this is the future of my channel. It's biscuit tasting. Okay.
That is, I tell you what, that is a daring. That is
You're
a daring
crossing over into
manoeuvre.
deli territory here, where you're cutting down a new angle on a channel
Okay.
without
No,
even.
I'm applauding you, man.
You're going to taste one of these biscuits in a minute, and you're going to see the errors of your ways.
No, I'm up for a biscuit. I'm probably going to need a biscuit
You're
live
holding
by
it
the
up
time
by
you fucking
complaining
let me
about
do
it.
it.
Having to drink most of this bottle of beer just in refreshing my taste buds. So okay, we're going and we're.
And do you know what the worst
We're
thing
going
is?
for beer Marathi as well, which is a
Nice. Nice
quality
tie into
beer.
me. Yeah, any rat flavoured beer.
So we're doing it now. We're doing it.
Right, Robbie Sainsbury's, we
Oh.
want beer and... Yeah, no, I've been trying to do something just to stop the viewers from literally dying of boredom.
Okay.
Right. Oh, sorry, we're into the biscuit.
Yeah,
eating.
we're going now. We're going now.
We're doing it. Down it. Right, eat them all. Eat
I
the
think
whole
if I
tray.
did the wine gurgling thing, I would just breathe in a load of like crummage and cough my guts up.
Go, eat all of them, Rich. Eat them all. Eat them all. Go, there's 7 in there.
So they're like
You've
cheese.
got quite a big mouth. You can get.
Oh no, you should be doing this as well.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you need beer.
Oh,
as well.
there's it's surprise. That's
Oh yeah,
not
I was
what
just about to
expected.
say before you just did your rat rant.
Oh, I gotta have a
That
bit of beer. First.
exactly. See, you just cussed it all, and now you're into it. Now you're into it.
No, because the point I was trying to make.
No,
is
no,
I
eat
didn't-
eat the biscuit, you twat. Just fucking eat it. Just show your face and eat the biscuit.
and then it's a good biscuit dickhead, and that's how the feature ends every week.
When we've got 1 million subscribers, I'm gonna have this whole like suite of editors doing like massive stings of music for this. So I can only
You're
taste
gonna
fucking...
have a researcher whose job is just to go out and buy a new
Exactly.
type of biscuit.
Yeah, just get
From
Jaffers. So
from a hipster
all I
coffee
can
shop in
taste
Soho
is
or something.
cheddar cheese. So there's almond and chili in this.
Almond.
As well. Is it almond or almond?
I think
almond.
almond.
Or yeah, okay. Right. So what are your thoughts? Come on.
Yeah, to be honest, it was just a bit of cheese. And what my
just a bit of cheese.
What my actual thoughts are, and I've been fighting this for about an hour now because I am quite hungry, is that I've got 5 packets of salt and vinegar squares down the side of the table.
We're trying to have.
And the only reason why I haven't been eating them is because I know it'd pick it up on the microwave. But salt and vinegar squares, they've like shifted it from biscuits to crisps. They've got to be up there.
We're trying to transcend this channel into like the hierarchy of, you know, we're trying to transcend it into the echelons of the food corner of YouTube.
Careful, man, careful. I've just realised if we keep doing this, we're gonna become food bloggers.
We're there.
Oh,
I'm up for it. Oh! I just got hit of chili. Second one, back of the throat, a bit of chili. Have you tasted the chili?
I hate food bloggers.
But can you taste the chili?
Hi, I'm having kale with kale today.
Look, these cost £1.50 for fucking like 8 biscuits.
Richard.
Shut up and do it. Now just get that beer down.
That's biscuit, dickhead. Right.
So
please stop talking about fucking biscuits now.
Right.
That's amazing.
So my review of these biscuits are they're pretty good. There's a bit of there's a bit of tickling chili.
Oh, that was worth 20 minutes of build-up, wasn't it? How much did these cost?
£1.50. How many?
You could have got a big box of Ritz. For
I know.
that. That's pretty much. You could have got like 1.5 packets of Tuck for that. You had 8.
I think I said
biscuits.
my favourite biscuit, and it set off a whole debate. Obviously, is going to be Jaffa cakes. Jaffa cakes biscuits. Are they?
Jaffa
biscuits?
cakes
Blah,
are
blah, blah.
legally cakes.
Exactly.
It was proved in
but,
the court of law.
No, I totally agree. But you eat them at the same time you have biscuits. So I'm gonna rope them. I'm gonna put them in there with biscuits. I don't give a fuck. I'm a fucking rebel, son.
You
Do
got
you know
your
what I mean?
leather jacket out again.
Yeah, I've got such a leather jacket on now.
Yeah.
My fucking like
Can
jeans
I
are turned up
confess
so hard.
something? It was me who wrote Biscuit Dickhead all those years.
Oh shit!
I
my
said it
God.
then and I say it now.
We
You're
got
a
full
fucking
circle.
You
Right.
tonight you have blossomed into the biggest biscuit.
Just
dickhead
eating
in the
fucking biscuits.
world. Yeah, thank you.
Alright. So yeah, I would rather just
Look at
have.
that poor little rat.
No, he's having a little breathe. Oh, I can see it mouth. I'd rather have cheese sticks. You know the little pastry.
They do taste like
Yeah.
that. They do taste like kind of not the kind of ultra dry sort of breadstick ones you get. The kind of puffed out ones, a little bit like Waitrose cheese sticks. That's basically you've nailed it. That's what they are.
Yep.
What they do is they get that. Instead of making it into a stick, they make it into a tiny biscuit and charge £1.70.
So for £1.50, you could get a big box of like 10 of those fucking sticks or something. So basically, whoever, I'm presuming it was like Peter Jones, whatever, who's paid into this, like funded these sticks. Your biscuits are bollocks, mate. They did do.
Peter Jones, and stop trying to sell me sage accountancy as well. I don't want it. I don't have a business.
So there was
and I don't want to learn to play tennis either, you bastard.
There was a few more other ones. Like there was ones that you match with gin.
Stop being so fucking tall.
There was other ones you match with gin, and some you match with wine. If they're just going to be cheese sticks, then fuck off. That's bollocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so what are we going to do? Do you want to finish? Do you want to play more? Do another question?
We've got to wrap it up soon. But the Viewingtons are multiplying.
Yeah.
Have we actually been going for 9 months? Have we had little baby Viewingtons being
20
born?
past 10, we got 35 viewers still.
Ah, they go down a bit.
They've gone down 4. I mean, it was
which is
an hour
like
ago,
84% of the entire
we're
viewership.
we're plus 5 viewers, but it's not really about numbers. I'm just doing this because it's a bit of a laugh. If you want to fuck off, then we'll stop it. Basically, I wish I had more biscuits to review.
At some point. How long have we been streaming for now? 3.5 hours?
Since 7, yeah.
Oh,
fucking hour's gone quick, man. Okay, yeah, we'll end it there. I've got an Easter egg in the fridge I want to eat anyway.
Right now.
Gone.
Oh, nice. What Easter egg? It's alright, viewers, we're here for another half an hour.
And PJ just whapped his wang out like the moment I said that. You're the one that taught me about Easter egg like purchasing. You told me like there's a grace period a month before Easter where Easter eggs appear in the shops and they're not overpriced.
Yeah.
You also
Don't
told me
never buy it the week before.
You also told me the day after Easter.
Yeah.
Get up early.
Don't even bother getting dressed.
Queue at the supermarket door and get in there rapid because they're going to be a third of the price, and that is very true. You want to stock up on Easter eggs the moment Easter is over, and ever since that's probably the thing out of our friendship. The one thing out of our friendship I've taken away is my Easter egg etiquette.
Nice.
So how do we save this? I don't really know.
I don't know. We'll figure that out off the stream. But the gist is, right, here's a question for you. Just a final question to ponder on.
Is it a biscuit question?
It's not
I'm
a
in
biscuit.
biscuit
It's a question about this game.
Okay.
If you just sat down to play this game, without like having me talking bollocks at you and stuff, how long do you reckon it would have taken you to get to this point? 5
About 10 minutes.
Exactly. It's like that is like this stream we've scientifically proved is like 98% bollocks.
But there was a good half an hour of you lipping off Biscuit Dickhead. When
I was fascinated.
Tuckered into 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But you strung
There's
out
a good half an hour
so.
of quite a lot of things that could have been that could have happened to. Right, anyway, so I mean we'll do more co-op streams, I imagine.
Yeah.
A question
how often
to the
can you
Viewington.
do this? That's the thing.
Well, every so often. Well, let's get Ray in as well. But yeah, question to the Viewingtons. Like, Should we persevere with this game, given that it'll take at least 84 streams? Or should we get Ray round, get pissed, and just put on, we could play something else. Just have a bit of a chat, really, innit?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see what you think about that. Genuinely, though, do play this game. It's a lovely game. And like I said, Ron Perlman invented it in between various acting jobs.
Do you know how long this game is meant to be, hour-wise, if you would just sit down and play it from start to
I don't know, but going on the assumption that 4 hours equals 5 minutes, we're basically in Inception, but we're like 2 layers under.
I pre-warned everyone about this. So it was based around. I used to love, my favourite show for ages was Let's Drown Out. Like Yahtzee and Crowshaw.
But they actually bothered to play the game as well.
No.
Oh, well.
They used to play these sorts of games and just fuck around and argue like we do, and that was it. And people always say to me, like, just make videos that you would watch, and this is the sort of bollocks I would watch. And they would do it
all the
once
shit
a
that
month.
we normally speak.
Exactly. They would do it once a month. So I'm quite happy to sit and talk bollocks about this sort of shit for, however long it takes. But if people hate the game, then fair enough. But I would argue that I wouldn't really watch much of it anyway and just listen to it.
No, but what I'm saying is we might as well have just had, like, anything on in the background.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Could have literally been
That's literally the point.
Alright, fair enough. So we've succeeded. Our cunning plan has come to fruition.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Alright, but yeah, we'll do it again.
Well, yeah. We'll do it again. It may be this game. Sounds like PJ's not that up for it, but
I'm easy either way.
3:02 is the time we've been playing.
Wait until we go. You got 10 seconds until 3:02:32.
Wow. So 3:02 viewers. Subscribers. Sorry, and we got 3:02 minutes.
3.
Okay.
2.
Thank you,
1.
everyone. We're gonna go. Bye.